Welcome to the DM Injury Law Game of the Week, Week 3 edition. It's St. Pius on the road to take on Barstow. The Warriors come in at 5-7. The Knights off to a 7-3 start. Thanks for joining us here this evening on 38 The Spot. Happy to be alongside Hall of Fame head coach Rick Zeke. What a venue we have here tonight.
Well, we're on the floor. We're right with the players. It's going to be a very competitive game. I think both teams need a win. It might be cold outside, but I think they want to heat the scoreboard up, especially early.
Let's take a look at our players to watch, brought to you by DM Injury Law. We'll start with St. Pius, the road team. They've been led by guard Kate Sell.
Well, Kate Sell is one of the best three-point shooters in the state of Missouri. She puts up about 10 a game. Just 2 weeks ago, she had a game with 39 points. She's our most consistent offensive player, and she really needs to shoot the ball well for the Warriors tonight.
And for the home team, Barstow, they've been led by guard Talia Dreyer.
Talia Dreyer, coach says, their most consistent offensive player. She can score from all three levels. She needs to shoot the ball well outside. She needs to get to the free throw line if the Knights are going to have a home victory tonight.
Players to watch brought to you by DM Injury Law. Starting lineups and tip-off is coming up next right here on 38 The Spot.
I'm Mike DePasquale, Kansas City's lawyer, the City of Champions. Living here, you learn what makes a community strong, what holds people together, and how to do what's right for friends, family, and neighbors. Kansas City is a place where values still matter and honesty is a way of life. It's where you can reach out to someone you trust if you need help. When you're injured, you want a lawyer who knows this city and a team that knows how to win. If you've been injured, call me. I've got this.
Why do people love You Move Me?
Because we show up on time.
And take good care of their belongings.
Because we're friendly, uniform,
and professional.
I love You Move Me because they're reliable and they make moving effortless.
Love your move with You Move Me.
I don't mean to judge, but that other company's truck was tiny.
Ma'am, we can definitely fit this in one truck.
That's why you call Junking. Bigger trucks, better prices.
Junking Kansas City. We treat our customers like royalty.
Head guard, a junior, number 23, Mariah.
Back here inside the Barstow School. Happy to have you along here on 38 The Spot. Tanner Collins, Rick Zeke. As starting lineups are wrapping up down on the floor. St. Pius comes in at 5-7. Barstow 7-3. It's gonna be a fun matchup here tonight, Rick.
Absolutely. I think both teams are very competitive. You got a little bit two philosophies. You're going to probably see the Barstow School try to take it to the basket, utilize their size a little bit. St. Pius is a perimeter team. They shoot a lot of three-pointers. They try to get them out of transition. I think both coaches talked about how important rebounding is.
Starting lineups brought to you by DM Injury Law. We highlighted Kate Sell, number 10, in the open. Let's take a look at our keys to the game. Brought to you by You Move Me. We'll start with St. Pius. Their three keys, Rick. They want to take care of the ball, box out. Rebounding was a big emphasis talking to Coach earlier in the week. And then defensively, just getting back and defending. What about Barstow?
Barstow really wants to lock in on defense. They're going to try to score some points off their defensive pressure. They must survive the runs. When you're playing a three, they might hit 3 in a row. They might miss 4 in a row. So they got to survive Pius's run. They want to take advantage of this crowd, the TV. Coach said this is really big for their program. He's resurrecting a program at the Barstow School, and he's really excited to have you here on Channel 38, the DM Injury Law Game of the Week.
St. Pius led by head coach Krista Daniels. On the other side for Barstow, Rodney Gilliard, the head coach for Barstow. There's the student section. They're ready. It's loud here inside the arena. We're about to tip it off on center court. Annalise Taylor for Barstow, and for St. Pius, it's Caroline McCoy.
Which one?
And we're underway here in Kansas City. Barstow with the opening possession.
Gonna have to keep it up. Hey.
First shot is up, and it's good from Bristol Sanders. 6-foot freshman buries the three early on.
She's got a great future ahead of her. She can shoot that three. She's really going to be valuable.
And nearly a takeaway defensively from Alex Dean. 5'4" senior. St. Pius with their first look offensively. The Warriors come in at 5-7 on the season. Shot is off the mark. Rebound brought down by Moore. And a travel near the center circle. First turnover from the Knights.
Barstow's starting in that tight zone a little bit. They're going to utilize their size. They're going to pressure the point guard a little bit.
Take a look at that first three. Cashed in at the top of the key from Bristol Sanders.
Really good form for a freshman. They're really going to extend their zone to try to get a hand in those three-point shooters' face.
Shot misses long from Kate Sell, leading scorer on the season for St. Pius. Now the Knights set up the offense. There's Dreyer up top, highlighted her in the open. And that three is off the mark from Alex Dean. Possession back to St. Pius.
Yeah, Barstow mostly is going to rely on Dean's penetration and kick out, and then Dean giving it to those post players down low. Remember, they have a big size advantage against the Warriors.
Another quick three from Pius. And a second chance here off the offensive rebound from Caroline McCoy. Now McCoy will try a three. And hit. Nothing but net from Caroline McCoy, and we're tied at 3.
They spread you out and shoot it, that's for sure. Little press by St. Pius.
Another offensive rebound from Barstow. Back out top for Dreyer. She'll try a three from downtown, and she banks it home.
She can shoot it out there.
All triples for both sides to begin here tonight. Pius will try another. And another one goes down. That time it's from Kate Sell.
Thank God there's no shot clock in Missouri. Pius is putting it up. They're just swinging the ball and shooting it from there. A little press here again.
Wide open underneath. And the layup is good from Bristol Sanders, who has a quick 5 points to start.
Well, Coach Gilliard's got to love that. They looked down the floor, got a wide open layup. The ball wasn't really dribbled.
You're right, Rick. Pius is a team that's going to keep shooting. Here goes another. Nothing but air that time. 5 for the rebound. Pius takes it right back. And the finish off the glass from Caroline McCoy, who has 5.
She does the little things, Coach Daniel says. She'll do all the dirty work.
8 apiece here in the opening 3 minutes. Neither team wasting any time offensively. Nice rebound there, chased down by Grayson Zacanti. Back comes St. Pius.
Excellent pass.
Kate Sell will try another three, and it falls short, but she gets her own rebound. And a takeaway by Alex Dean. Looking to go coast to coast, draws contact, and will head to the line to shoot 2.
St. Pius fouls number 10, Kate Sell, her first.
How about the start, Rick, from Alex Dean? She's been everywhere defensively, gets up the floor in a hurry offensively.
Well, everything kind of goes through her offensively. Like Coach said, they got to keep her out of foul trouble. She's had some foul trouble the last couple of games. She loves to play defense. You can see there she can put the ball on the floor and finish with both hands.
Dean good on the first. 2 for 2 at the line for the senior guard. And that puts Barstow into double figures here early on, midway through the first. Nice trap and another steal from Barstow. And a foul near midcourt called on Brooklyn Meesey, her first.
Little 1-2-2 zone here, Coach, or Tanner, and really pressure the point guard a little bit, and it's really giving some problems.
The Knights leading by 2. Into the lane, layup is good off the window. Nice move from Chloe Redlegs, and that forces St. Pius into an early timeout.
Well, that's a pass you cannot let into the middle of the floor against that zone. Wide open, she took one dribble and finished strong.
How about the efficiency on both sides of the floor here midway through the first, Rick, from Barstow?
Well, we talked about both coaches wanted to score some points. They're putting it up in the first quarter. I think Pius has already attempted 8 threes and maybe hitting 2, so they're not going to stop. That's just the way they play. And again, like Coach said, they might go a 9-0 run on you, but you just got to keep battling. Those rebounds become important. Those offensive rebounds, for the most part, can end up being your second or third three-point shot.
There's Ronnie Gilliard, the head coach for Barstow, has put together quite the program just in his 3rd year here with the Knights. Off to a 7-3 start.
Yeah, Tanner, he's done a great job resurrecting his program. But when you think of the name Rodney Gilliard, he's the father of Jacob Gilliard, one of the best point guards in the last 20 years to come through Kansas City. Went on to Richmond, led the NCAA in steals, was drafted by Memphis in the NBA and still playing overseas. So his dad had a lot to do with his progression.
Pius looking to respond out of their first timeout here in the first. Nice look inside, and nice defensive work by Bristol Sanders. Alex Dean across the center circle.
If Sanders just keeps her hands up, being 6'1", she's going to change a lot of shots down there.
Loose ball, foul on the floor. Called on Annie Broderick. They're actually going to get Kate Sell with the foul. That's her second, Rick.
Checking it for the Warriors, number 5.
Key player for St. Pius will take a seat. Now the Knights working out top. Dean thought about the 3, 1 dribble pull up, and it's good. Making it look easy here in the first.
She penetrated the soft spot of that zone and stepped up with confidence. Both teams really want to get the ball into the middle of that free throw line, then they can go all directions with it.
Jumper is too strong. Rebound brought down by Chloe Redlegs. And they'll slowly bring it across the timeline. Alex Dean out top. Another quick shot. That time from Mariah Moore. And St. Pius turns it over again. And a foul inside called on Grayson Zacanti.
Barstow's really active with her hands, Tanner, and I think that's caused, even in the backcourt, caused a lot of the turnovers. Pius got to take better care of the ball.
Annalisa Taylor back in for Barstow. A nice inbound, an easy finish. How about that pass from Addie Huff, who just checked in off the bench for the Knights.
Great execution.
And a Knights turn St. Pius over again. And St. Pius answers right back, and a foul on Mariah Moore.
Barstow fouls to number 23, Mariah Moore. Checking in for Barstow, number 1, Alex Dean.
But the active hands defensively from Barstow here in the first quarter. Look at this inbound.
Really super pass.
With the left hand.
Yes, and then a finish with Redlegs, but she's probably, it starts with the pass. She was patient and waited for her to get open.
Lena Armilio off the bench as well for St. Pius. And that one rattles home for Brooklyn Meesey, two-sport athlete for St. Pius, also plays tennis. 5'6" junior.
They did a really good job of looking at the basket. It looks like Pius is really content with throwing the ball around the perimeter.
Annalisa Taylor fighting for the rebound. And they're going to get her with an over the back offensive foul. Her first. Just a freshman, 6'1".
She's got coach really loves her. The future for her at the Barstow School. She's 6'1". She loves the game. She's got super potential. Great student.
3 is too strong. Nice rebound by Addie Huff. Dean trying to kick it ahead, an aggressive pass. And now St. Pius can't quite chase it down. That was Lena Armelio on the run. Possession back to Barstow.
There's a lot of transition turnovers that are really unforced, just some poor passes and not taking care of the ball.
Up the floor looking for Taylor. Nice dump inside. And free throws on the way from Talia Dreyer. Still looking for her first points here in the opening frame.
Well, Pius is getting stuck with the 2-on-1. It seems like every time they're in their press a little bit. So they're either going to have to come up and get the pass right on the sideline, or they're going to have to do some bluffing and getting back and get everybody as a team getting back in their transition defense.
Rare miss at the line for Dreyer. Came in at a 76% free throw percentage, averaging north of 14 points per game, 4 steals a game. She's led the Knights to a 7-3 start through the first 10 games. Misses both free throws. Here comes St. Pius. Just over a minute to play here in the first. How about that steal and takeaway by Bristol Sanders? And the finish on the other end.
She is a young talent. She showed a lot right there, a lot of potential. Left-hand finish.
Defense turned into offense once again for the Knights. Turnover stacking up for St. Pius here in the first, and there's another. Moore bringing it up the floor. Knights could hold for one final shot, and they will. Coach Gilliard over on the sideline telling guard Alex Dean to slow it up. Moore drives, spins, and misses to the left. St. Pius now with the last look here in the first.
And Barstow's got their big team in there right now, Tanner. They got both 6'2s, and they got Redlegs in there, so they can throw some size at you.
Neither team wants to hold for the final shot. Knights looking for one last look, a lot of contact. No foul called as the first quarter comes to a close. 18-10, an 8-point lead for the home team. As we take a look, how about this finish? The steal on one end, Bristol Sanders coast to coast with the left hand. The Knights off to an 8-point start.
I'm attorney Mike DePasquale. If you've been injured in a car wreck, you don't deserve the medical bills, you don't deserve the lost wages, and you don't deserve to be treated like a nobody. You deserve better. You deserve someone in your corner. At my firm, all we do is injury law. We've recovered over $1 billion for people just like you. We're here to make sure you get what you deserve. If you've been hurt, call me. I've got this.
Why do people love You Move Me?
Because we show up on time.
And take good care of their belongings.
Because we're friendly, uniform,
and professional.
I love You Move Me because they're reliable and they make moving effortless.
Love your move with You Move Me.
The DM Injury Law Game of the Week on 38 The Spot is brought to you by DM Injury Law. You Move Me. Your Kansas City area Toyota dealers. Compass Financial Resources, Athletic Solutions, and Cruise Elite Basketball Academy. Back here inside the Barstow Schools, we get a look at the head coach for St. Pius X, Krista Daniels. Had a good conversation with Krista earlier this week, Rick. She's put together quite the program at St. Pius.
Absolutely, and 5 and 7 really has nothing to do with
tough schedule.
A tough schedule. She said they'll play 2 games very well, and then they'll fall back a little bit. She's senior dominated, and she's just hoping they can turn it on here into February.
Rick, what does St. Pius need to do to turn things around here in the second? It was all Knights there in the first quarter.
Well, I think they need to attack the basketball goal from the offensive, from the free throw line in. And they got to hit their outside shots. They're only getting one shot on the other end, and Barstow's really beating them up in the paint a little bit.
Kate Sell only playing a couple minutes there in the first, the leading scorer for St. Pius. 2 quick fouls. That's costly for St. Pius.
Yeah, you're going to probably have to see her in pretty quick just to keep them in the basketball game here early. They're bogged down a little bit offensively without her in there.
And Elisa Taylor gets caught up with Grayson Zacanti. Jump ball, possession arrow will keep it here with the Knights. Tanner Collins alongside Rick Zeke. Here's a look at Kate Sell on the bench. 3 is off the mark. And a nice rebound brought down by Brooklyn Misi. St. Pius back up the floor in a hurry and a foul inside. They're going to get Chloe Redlegs with the personal.
Yeah, I think one of the things Pius has to do is really push the ball when they do get a rebound. Is push the ball and then run to the basket. It seems like they got a little bit more team speed, and they got to take advantage of that. Maybe run their post.
Nice inbounds pass and a nice friendly roll for Lena Armelio with her first points here tonight. Just a freshman for St. Pius. Getting some minutes off the bench.
Both teams have scored off their out-of-bounds plays.
Alex Dean turns it over out top for the Knights.
Checking in for the Knights, number 23, Mariah Moore.
Yeah, a little 1-2-2 with pressure up on the top. Almost runs it as a half-court trap. She steps up and gets a pass. Anything up in the air, she can go get it.
Another steal for Bristol Sanders. Moore drives in, kicks out. And a whistle down the floor. Foul on Annie Broderick.
Tanner, you can really see Coach Gilliard is really excited about Bristol Sanders. She showed a lot of skill, in 1 quarter of play. A 6-foot freshman.
Kate Sell back in for St. Pius. Deep 3 from the top of the key is short. From Talia Dreyer. Dreyer still looking for her first points here tonight. Came in averaging just over 14 points per game. They'll swing it across. The layup rattles out. And the rebound brought down by Dreyer. Nearly gets it taken away, but it'll stay with the Knights.
Good move. She just didn't finish the ball into the goal. They got size down there. They're going to have to shoot over that size. You're probably going to see them go back to a lot of penetrating in there and kicking it out, especially with their shooters back in.
Nice steal by Kate Sell. St. Pius looking to turn the momentum here in the second. Nice dump inside. Layup too strong. It's a good look.
Yeah, well, by putting Sell in the corner, they have to go out there, and that pass straight to the post has to be open because that corner girl in the zone has to step out.
Alex Dean with it. Had a nice opening quarter. Sanders inside and is fouled by Grayson Zacanti.
St. Pius fouls number 3.
It continues in their 2-3 zone. Small. You can see them trying to collapse against that size.
Bristol Sanders, just a freshman. Dreyer with it out top. Now the Knights slow it up. Looking for a back cut there from Addie Huff. And Sanders turns it over. Barstow scoreless here, still in the second. St. Pius with 1 bucket. Kate Sell will try a 3. And St. Pius rips down another offensive rebound. Rebounding, one of the keys for St. Pius. They've been rebounding well here in the first half.
They're getting some good looks. You just got to knock it down, and Coach Daniels said they've been struggling with that a little bit. When you get good looks, you just hope they can put it in the hole.
Sanders calling for it. Down the low block. Dreyer misses the jumper. And the rebound brought away by Moore. She'll try a 3, nearly rattles it in. St. Pius with the rebound. The Knights still scoreless here in the second, but they hold strong defensively. Now Moore will set up the offense for the Knights.
Pius is in a man-to-man now. They're switching it up a little bit.
Chloe Redlegs drives in. Sloppy possession here from the Knights and a takeaway by St. Pius. A 4-0 run here in the second from the Warriors.
McCanny's played well today. She's aggressive on defense. Timeout, Coach Gilliard.
First timeout here in the first half used by the Knights.
This will be a 30-second timeout.
We'll get a couple substitutions in as well.
Well, I think their confidence from St. Pius, when you put Sell back on the floor, when your best player's back on the floor, I think you play a little bit more confidently, especially offensively, and it changes how Barstow has to play defense.
Look at that last play. Sanders down the corner. And look at that takeaway by Grayson Zacantu at coast to coast. St. Pius, a 4-0 run to start here in the second.
Yeah. And I think Coach Gilliard's over there talking about you got to take care of ball. He mentioned that to us this week, that ball security and turnovers has been a problem. And when you're young, you're going to have that. Remember, he's got 2 seniors with, for the most part, 4 freshmen playing in there. And St. Pius thinks that their experience is to their advantage. They have 4 seniors and they've been playing for 3 or 4 years. So they understand every possession becomes important.
First timeout taken by Rodney Gilliard, head coach for Barstow. Sanders will try a 3 from way out top, and it's too strong. Kate Sell with the rebound. Another offensive rebound for St. Pius. A nice dump inside. And Elisa Taylor with a big rebound for the Knights.
Excellent pass. Just got to finish. Barstow's got both young 6-footer freshmen in there.
A lot of contact underneath. Here's Annalisa Taylor working on the low block, and she's fouled and will shoot 2.
Excellent footwork down on the post area.
Warrior fouls on number 21, Caroline McCoy. Her second.
Taylor averages 6 points a game as a freshman. Coach said she's up and down a little bit, but she's a great kid. Always smiling, willing to work hard with great basketball potential.
First free throw rattles out.
15, Talia Dreher.
One more upcoming for Annalisa Taylor. St. Pius has held the Knights scoreless here in the second. Second free throw too strong. Sanders nearly with the rebound, but here comes St. Pius. Elena backs off the bench for the Warriors. 3 is up, rattles out. Sanders with the rebound. Now Alex Dean up the floor. Inside for Annalisa Taylor. And another over the back call called on the Knights.
The St. Pius defender was boxing around. She did reach over. That's some of the situations, as Coach Gilliard saying, just went overhead and grabbed it and didn't touch her. He disagrees with that call.
You coached for 40 years, Rick. You never got mad at a ref for a bad call, did you?
Never. You don't want to be mad too long because the next call is the one you're worried about now. Oh, in and out.
Spinning out. Nice look there for Annie Broderick. Knights looking to get the offense going here in the second. They posted 18 points back in the first. Nice dribble drive. Layup is short. Annalisa Taylor with the follow. And the Knights with their first bucket here in the second with just over 2 minutes to play till halftime.
Really good second effort. She didn't give up on it. Kept the ball above her head.
Nice ball movement here from St. Pius. 3 doesn't fall. And Pius just continues to shoot. And a travel called on the floor. No foul on the Knights.
20, Chloe Redlands. And checking in for the Warriors, number 5, Lena Armilio.
Take a look at that offensive rebound from Annalisa Taylor. Good concentration, 2 defenders. First bucket here in the second for the Knights.
Most young kids would have brought that ball back down and the defense could get after it a little bit, but she kept the ball above her chin at her head level and scored it.
Sanders with the fadeaway, and she splashes it home. Nice looking jumper.
Good pass.
Good pass inside. Easy finish for Annie Broderick, ending the 4-0 run from the Knights, answering the 4-0 run from St. Pius.
And that's what three-point shooters can do. It just spreads you out because you got to cover it out there, get a hand in their face.
Chloe Redlegs into the lane. She'll earn a chance at the free throw line.
St. Pius fouls on number 1.
Barstow just 2 of 6 from the free throw line here in the first half.
Chloe plays volleyball, transferred in from Belton, averaging 14 points a game, 6 rebounds. Another of their most consistent players. She'd love to play in college, Coach said. She's a senior and she'd love to continue play.
2 for 2 at the line from Chloe Redlegs, bringing the lead back to 8. Just over a minute to go till halftime. And another takeaway from the Knights. St. Pius looking for a travel. Wide open underneath. It's Chloe Redlegs with the finish.
Really good look.
Largest lead here in the first half. A 10-point advantage for Barstow. And the defensive intensity continues from Alex Dean.
Ken, I really believe that Pius needs to do a better job putting somebody in the middle of the floor there.
Pius was looking for a travel there near the timeline, but Chloe Redlegs left wide open underneath.
Excellent look. Always got to look towards your goal. Pius needs to spend a little bit more time setting that floor a little bit. Now they got to grow up the free throw line and kind of play off that. That's going to keep those 2 middle girls tucked inside a little bit.
Here's Kate Sal, 2-dribble pull-up, rather, and just falls short. Alex Dean back up the floor for the Knights. If you're Barstow, you can hold for the last shot here. Both offenses have played so quick here in the first half. Dreyer's going to go up with it and finish with the left hand.
She wanted that ball. She was working for it.
12-point lead for the Knights.
Got 10 seconds to play. Kids must be aware of the clock here. If the out-of-bounds plays breaks down.
Kate Sell with the inbound. 6 to shoot. Sell gets a 3 up, and it rattles out. Chloe Redlegs, a full-court heave, trying to bounce it in, and it's short. As we hit halftime here from the Barstow School, where the Knights lead 28-16. It was a dominant first quarter and a good back half there in the second. As we take a look at one of the last possessions for the Knights. How about the finish from Dreyer? 28-16, a 12-point advantage. It's halftime.
I'm Mike DePasquale, Kansas City's lawyer, the city of champions. KC is a place where values still matter and honesty is a way of life. When you're injured, you want a lawyer who knows this city and a team that knows how to win. If you've been injured, call me. I've got this.
Why do people love You Move Me?
Because we show up on time.
And take good care of their belongings.
Because we're friendly, uniform,
and professional.
I love You Move Me because they're reliable and they make moving effortless.
Love your move with You Move Me.
At Compass Financial Resources, we help individuals and families looking to take control of their financial future, to find clarity and confidence in the decisions that matter most. We are grateful for the clients who put their trust in us and excited to meet those who will have the privilege to help next. From all of us at Compass Financial Resources, We wish all of you a wonderful 2026.
Wow, I can't believe you really fit it all in one truck.
I told you, our trucks are bigger.
And our prices are better.
Junk King, Kansas City. Bigger trucks, better prices. We treat our customers like royalty.
I'm attorney Mike DePasquale. If you've been injured in a car wreck, you don't deserve the medical bills or the lost wages, and you don't deserve to be treated like a nobody. You deserve better. Call me. I've got this.
The DM Injury Log Game of the Week is brought to you by Cruise Elite Basketball Academy, Junk King of Kansas City, Safe Haven, R.E. Pedrati Company, Cumpy's Sports and Apparel, Arment Enterprises, and Mike Sill Insurance. Back here inside the Barstow School halftime where the Knights lead 28-16 here on 38 The Spot. Tanner Collins alongside Hall of Fame coach here in Kansas City, Rick Zeke. Let's take a look and promote our next game on February 6th right here on 38 The Spot, brought to you by Compass Financial. Rick, it's going to be a fun one. St. Thomas Aquinas at St. James Academy.
Well, it'll be the Catholic shootout at St. James. Girls, you got two of the best teams in Kansas playing against each other at 5:30. That'll really be a good game. And I think Aquinas happened to win that one on the first time around. And then the boys' game, it was a buzzer beater, and St. James beat Aquinas. So this will be round two of sometimes a three-round bout against those two rivals. And it'll be a huge crowd, and St. James and St. Thomas Aquinas really don't like each other. That makes it a little bit more interesting.
Next week brought to you by Compass Financial. We'll take a break. Be right back here for some highlights here on 38 The Spot. It's the DM Injury Log Game of the Week.
Dear Winter, we're coming. Our squad of vehicles with all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive is ready to take you on. Safety's the name of our game. Bundle up. Toyota. Toyota has 25 all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive vehicles, more than any other brand. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Why do people love You Move Me?
Because we show up on time.
And take good care of their belongings.
Because we're friendly, uniform,
and professional.
I love You Move Me because they're reliable and they make moving effortless.
Love your move with You Move Me.
I don't mean to judge, but that other company's truck was tiny.
Ma'am, we can definitely fit this in one truck.
That's why you call Junk King. Bigger trucks, better prices.
Junk King, Kansas City. We treat our customers like royalty.
The DM Injury Log Game of the Week on 38 The Spot is brought to you by DM Injury Law. You Move Me. Your Kansas City area Toyota dealers. Compass Financial Resources, Athletic Solutions, and Cruise Elite Basketball Academy. I'll call the highlights. Back here inside the Barstow School here on 38 The Spot, where the Knights lead at 28-16. Let's take a look at some halftime highlights sponsored by Toyota. And there in the first half, the Knights did a nice job on both sides of the floor, but Bristol Sanders put on a show defensively and on the offensive side of the floor. There's another finish by Sanders inside using the glass. The depth was definitely shown there in the first half. Nice one-dribble pull-up by Alex Dean. The 5'4" senior had a nice first half. On the other side for St. Pius, they were trying to get it going from three. They hit a couple early on, as there's a nice finish inside by Caroline McCoy. That's one area to improve on for St. Pius coming into the third quarters. Hitting from deep, Sanders with another steal. She had 3 steals in the first half for Barstow. Rick, the Knights did a little bit of everything there in the first half.
Yeah, and Coach was talking about surviving the runs. The only run Pius really had was maybe the first 3 or 4 minutes of the game. And then for the most part, their size took over, and I was really impressed with Bristol Sanders and the other big girls from the Knights.
Annalisa Taylor there with the follow. She had a few offensive rebounds in the first half. How about this little fadeaway from Sanders? Nothing but net. One of the best shots we saw in the first half from Barstow, who leads the way here at home. The largest lead of the game, up 12, 28-16. We'll take a break and be right back here on 38 The Spot. Barstow leads 28-16. Third quarter is next.
A large bank that stays tied to the community it serves? That's bold. For over 90 years, Security Bank has served the greater Kansas City area. That's longer than most of the barbecue joints around. What's our secret sauce? It's our commitment to local lending and local decisions, championing what makes Kansas City great. Because Kansas City is full of champions. Speaking of which, we've been recognized as the strongest large bank in KC. Security Bank of Kansas City, boldly local.
I'm Mike DePasquale, Kansas City's lawyer, the city of champions. Living here, you learn what makes a community strong, what holds people together, and how to do what's right for friends, family, and neighbors. Kansas City is a place where values still matter and honesty is a way of life. It's where you can reach out to someone you trust if you need help. When you're injured, you want a lawyer who knows the city and a team that knows how to win. If you've been injured, call me. I've got this.
Why do people love You Move Me?
Because we show up on time.
And take good care of their belongings.
Because we're friendly, uniform,
and professional.
I love You Move Me because they're reliable and they make moving effortless.
Love your move with You Move Me.
Dear Winter, our squad of vehicles with all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive is ready. Bundle up. Toyota. Toyota. Let's go places.
Back here inside the Barstow School, Tanner Collins alongside Hall of Fame coach here in Kansas City, 40-year head coach Rick Zeke. Happy to have you along here on 38 The Spot for the DM Injury Law Game of the Week here at Barstow. Knights lead 28-16. They did just about everything right there in the first half.
Well, I really like how the Barstow School played in the first half. I think they played together as a team. They passed the ball a little bit, shot the ball outside, finished certainly close to the goal. And that's probably the difference right now, the easy points that they got off transition.
On the other side, Rick, what does St. Pius need to do to start here in the third? We always talk about the first 4 minutes coming out of halftime are crucial.
Yeah, and I think they got to establish the flow a little bit offensively. Sell needs to shoot the ball well. She's getting them up, and they need to hit some shots. And I think sometimes three-point teams forget about it. You start inside, and then you'll get your outside. They're missing layups. If they hit those layups, they're back in the game a little bit. So I'm sure Coach Daniels talked about, we've got good shots. We just got to make them. We got to make them.
How about the guitar players here tonight? They're rocking.
We are rocking it here. Winter Jam 1 at Barstow.
Back underway here in the third, here on 38 The Spot. St. Pius with the opening possession. Kate Sell had 2 early fouls back in the first. No foul since. Clean slate in the second quarter. And a travel on the opening possession by Grayson Zacanti.
That zone continues to give Pius some problems because they just can't get the ball into the middle of the lane.
Sanders will try a 3 and hit. Little fist bump running back down the floor as well. Sanders is putting on a show here on 38 The Spot.
I mean, Tanner, she averages 8 rebounds and 8 points a game. She's there already.
And another takeaway from Alex Dean. Back up the floor come the Knights. Strayer thought about the 3 and then turns it over.
Good look.
Kate Sell working on Sanders. Now a 2-on-1 and a block called underneath on Talia Dreher.
I think Kate Sell just got a little bit uncomfortable because she was in the paint with the ball. She's used to being behind that line a little bit, but she took the ball back out, and then they fouled her. So let's see if they can do something off this out-of-bounds plays. They scored on their out-of-bounds plays last time.
Talia Dreher will take a seat. Annalisa Taylor in for the Knights. Another offensive rebound from St. Pius. Kate Sell for three. Too strong, but another chance. The Warriors with their third offensive rebound in a row. Annalisa Taylor corrals it for the Knights. Back up the floor comes Alex Dean. Just getting underway here in the third quarter. Sanders.
They're playing man-to-man. It's going to be a tough matchup.
How about the Euro step from Annalisa Taylor?
Tanner, they know right where to go with the ball with their size. They're looking into the post, and they're playing through the post with good footwork.
How about a 5-0 run to start for the Knights here in the third? They were held scoreless for 5 consecutive minutes in the second quarter. Kate Sell driving, a lot of contact, and a blocking foul called on Chloe Redlegs. Kate Sell will earn a trip to the strike.
Well, they're doing an excellent job finding Sell in that man. You can see it, 2 players ran at her last time she got the ball.
Annalisa Taylor doing a nice job underneath with the offhand.
That's a big size advantage down there, and with good footwork, that's going to be awful tough. Pius is going to have to try to front her or at least play from the high side. They're going to throw it right into her, and that's not even fair.
First free throw rattles out for Kate Sell. Three points, 2 rebounds.
I'm sure Coach Daniels over there just hoping and praying that Kate Sell can really kick it in and get into a run and get flow back into the game.
Gets the second to fall. Here's Chloe Redlegs on the other end. Powering into the lane. The jumper misses to the right. And a foul on Alex Dean. Possession to St. Pius. Out of control on the other end, but a fortunate break for St. Pius. The layup doesn't fall. Now Alex Dean working for the Knights. Chloe Redlegs, 10-footer is good.
That's a 4-point turnaround. A missed layup down. They didn't really hustle back on the other end. And Barstow beat him to the bucket.
Head coach Daniels for St. Pius looking for a foul call. You're right, Rick. A huge 4-0 swing. Pius with a great look underneath. And then Chloe Redlegs splashes a 10-footer on the other side.
Well, I don't think Pius went back down the floor. They thought it was a foul, and they just got beat down the floor. They're still jogging down on the other end, while Redleg just knocks home a little short jumper.
Alex Dean, the floor general, dishing off another assist, but Chloe Redlegs, 10 points, 4 rebounds.
She's aggressive. She can go downhill with the ball. She forces herself in the lane, makes something happen. Tanner, when they have Corey Redlegs in there, when they got Dean in there, and they got 2 6-foot freshmen, they're going to be tough to handle. They really are at the 3A level.
Off to a 7-3 start this season. Kate Sell turns it over. And the Knights riding a 7-1 run to start here in the third. Now some pressure put out top from Kate Sell. Back out for Dean. Thought about the 3. Sanders will try. And she hits another. She can play.
She's an excellent player. She's showing some offensive skills.
And a 3 on the other side from Kate Sell.
Well, one thing about Kate Sell, she's not going to stop. I mean, the only way you can score is to shoot. And she knows that, and I think Coach just said, get your head up, keep shooting.
Sanders backing down into the lane and turns it over. Nice steal inside for Misi. 2 layups missed by St. Pius. They get another look, and that time it falls for Caroline McCoy.
St. Pius not going to go away. Great effort.
Nobody back on defense for St. Pius, but the pass from Sanders gets past Annalisa Taylor. And the possession back to the Knights. Both teams have been working quick all night long. Sanders will take a seat.
Checking in for the Warriors, number 25, Brooklyn Fisher, number 5, Lena Armilio.
Lena Armilio and Brooklyn Fisher check in for St. Pius.
She's trying to get some of her bigger girls in. The big size advantage that Barstow has over the St. Pius Warriors.
Jab step from Sell. And another turnover by the Warriors. Defense intensity from Barstow. Turnovers back and forth. Possession back to St. Pius.
Coach Daniels got to hope they got a big run in them, and they need it here pretty quick in these last 3 minutes of this third quarter here.
Brooklyn Fisher out top, just off the bench for St. Pius. Pass deflected. Sanders with another steal. Dreyer will try a 3. Oh, and it's good. Knights with their largest lead, up 19. Sanders to the floor, and she's going to be whistled for the foul. Or Dreyer, that is, for Barstow.
Well, as a coach, Coach Gilliard's got to love 2 girls going down on the floor.
Checking in for the Knights, number 12.
Alex Dean has been controlling the floor offensively. A nice dump ahead. And a 3 from Talia Dreyer.
Dreyer didn't think anything about it. She was going to put that up. She squared her feet up, nothing but net.
Brooklyn Fisher will try a 3, and it misses to the right. Chloe Redlegs is fouled after bringing down another rebound. The Knights starting to pull away here in the third, up 19.
Pius is going to pick up the pressure a little bit. They got to make something happen right here.
Sanders for 3, too strong that time. Alex Dean hit the floor and is slow to get up. Looks like she's all right. Walk off over to the bench.
Trainer's going to look at her a little bit. She's a tough girl.
(41-22), a 19-point advantage for the Knights. 2:43 to play here in the third. Tanner Collins, Rick Zeke, the DM injury log game of the week here on 38 The Spot. From the Bristol Sanders show so far here tonight. And another turnover by the Warriors off the left knee of Caroline McCoy.
Layla Payne, number 3's another freshman on the floor for Barstow.
Deflected out of play. It'll stay with the Knights. 2:29 to play here in the third. Huff with the inbounds, and it's turned over. Caroline McCoy with the finish on the other end.
Basket good for number 21, Caroline McCoy.
Back-to-back turnovers on inbounds passes from the Knights.
I think Sell really wanted to put that one up there, but she didn't get her feet set.
Nice pump fake and drive, and free throws coming up for Caroline McCoy. The Warriors looking to dig into the 19-point deficit. And steals is the best way to do it. Here's the steal from McCoy off the inbounds.
Slows herself down, squares up, use the backboard. They need those 2 points.
McCoy with the last 3 points for St. Pius and a chance to add one more. Four consecutive points for Caroline McCoy. Here's the full court press from St. Pius. They just get it in bound that time. Nice work by Dreher to get it across the timeline. Now nowhere to go, timeout. Smart timeout taken by Rodney Gilliard.
Tanner, you can see what happens when Dean comes out of the game. It's like your quarterback getting hurt and your backup quarterback has to maybe, for a series, take care of the offense. They're really out of flow a little bit. They really miss her. They got Redlegs back in, and they got Dean back in. And I'm sure Coach, great timeouts, going to talk, let's settle back down. Pius was on a short little run, and let's get back into playing basketball.
41-26, 15-point lead for Barstow. First timeout taken here in the third quarter. As the student section is bringing the energy here tonight inside the Barstow School.
Crowd still coming in, getting ready for the boys' game.
Chloe Redlegs all the way into the lane, through traffic.
She makes her way in the lane and creates some contact.
12 points for Chloe Redlegs. And another turnover by the Warriors.
They had Kate Sell run the baseline there for a three. They just didn't get the pass.
Sanders is blocked. There's the big finish from Chloe Redlegs.
Yeah, she knows where to go with it. She goes right to the bucket.
Sanders was swatted underneath in the lane. Now baseline out of bounds for the Knights. Dean the trigger. Sanders with a quick pull up. And it catches there that time. Didn't quite get her legs underneath.
She didn't really set her feet there. And that was kind of an awkward shot. Coach just said, what are you doing? You got a lead, minute and a half to go. Take your time.
Now St. Pius sets up the offense. Turnovers have stacked up here in the third. Another layup doesn't go. Sanders with the rebound, nearly gets it taken away. Here comes Alex Dean.
Zaconte's battling down underneath there. She's just about 4 inches too short.
Chloe Redlegs turns it over for the Knights. Just over a minute to play here in the third.
Dreher's really sticking to Sell. Sell's getting a little bit frustrated. She'd like to get some open looks, but their good team's not going to let that happen.
Armilio just chases the pass down. Nice look for the Pirates, and the three is off the back iron. Alex Dean back up the floor for the Knights. Now the Warriors looking to run. Kate Sell will try a three left wing. It's too strong. And Redlegs chases down the rebound. Neither team wants to hold for the last shot, Rick.
I don't think they're really aware of the clock here. I don't know if Coach Gilliard's mad at the ref or mad at his team. He was saying one shot twice.
13 seconds to go here in the third. Addie Huff will check in for Alex Dean.
13 seconds.
Here's McCoy. A lot of contact and a blocking foul called on Moore. 5'6" junior. 9.4 seconds to go. That's free throws.
Those are the fouls that frustrate coaches. You can see Coach Gilliard over there saying, why? Can't defend a free throw, Tanner.
McCoy 3 for 3 from the line here in the third.
Also check you.
16-point lead for the Knights. McCoy looking to trim it to 15. 2 set to check in for the Knights. Dreyer and Dean back out on the floor.
McCoy averages 11 points a game, 6 rebounds.
Full court press put on by St. Pius. Up the floor, here's Dreyer. Nobody back home for St. Pius. And a score to end the third quarter by the Knights. And they extend the lead back to 17. 45-28. DM Injury Lock Game of the Week. Fourth quarter is coming up next here on 38 The Spot.
At Compass Financial Resources, we help individuals and families looking to take control of their financial future, to find clarity and confidence in the decisions that matter most. We are grateful for the clients who put their trust in us and excited to meet those who will have the privilege to help next. From all of us at Compass Financial Resources, we wish all of you a wonderful 2026.
The DM Injury Log Game of the Week is brought to you by Relic Apparel and Graphics, Ready, Set, Hang, Design Mechanical, Weaver Exterminating, Tequila Harry's, Chris O'Connor, Attorney at Law, and BSN Sports.
Back here inside the Barstow School, how about this finish from the Knights in the third? A kick up the floor, Dreyer off the glass for 2. Tanner Collins, Rick Zeke with you here on 38 The Spot. Rick, St. Pius tried to battle back there in the third, but the Knights just held on strong.
Yeah, they had a couple big possessions. The ball went in and out, and that hurt them a little bit. They need to make a run here. I don't think they're ever going to give up. They're still hustling.
Kate Sell will try a 3, and it goes down. A turnover off the jump from the Knights. Kate Sell answers with the 3, and that's just the start the Warriors needed.
Well, she can catch fire. Coach said 2 weeks ago she just had a 38-point game, so she can do it.
Head coach Gilliard was trying to get a timeout there on the inbound. Dreyer will check in for the Knights. St. Pius looking to start quick here in the fourth. Started the fourth trailing by 17. Kate Sell with it out top. Nearly traveled. McCoy with a pull-up jumper, and it's short. Annalisa Taylor with the rebound.
Well, they're going to have some other players score because Drayler's really D'ing up on Sell. Almost
Dreyer
like
drives.
In one situation.
Tough layup. And it'll go to St. Pius. Kate Sell with an early 3 to start here in the fourth. McCoy drives in, is swatted by Taylor. They're looking to get it to Kate Sell. Sell driving, a little out of control into the lane. And a jump ball is called, and it's going to stay with St. Pius.
Coach Daniels is still getting on her team. She needs some energy, she said. Really get into it. We need a run.
Good look from McCoy from the top of the key. And another jump ball is called, and the possession arrow favoring the Knights. Alex Dean still remains over on the bench for Barstow. Dreyer back up the floor for the Knights. Gets it over to Redlegs. Good dump down for Taylor, and a finish.
Excellent post up.
Great post up from the 6'1" freshman, Annalisa Taylor, to end the run from St. Pius. 6:40 to play here in the fourth. Good hustle by Talia Dreyer, but it'll stay with St. Pius.
You can't tell me this game doesn't mean something. You got hard post, throw the ball up, 22's battling in at the paint. Every possession still, Coach Gilliard's talking about, we got to execute.
Taylor, her third.
Baseline out of bounds for St. Pius. Out top for McCoy, powering into the lane, a lot of contact, no whistle. Wow. Back up the floor comes the Knights. That call could have gone either way. Sell nearly gets a takeaway. It'll stay here with the Knights. 6:19 to play in the fourth.
Well, you can jump stop in there. You got 2 6-footers in there. I think that's what you saw.
Jump ball. Should be St. Pius ball, and it will. Good defense by Chloe Redlegs. Zacanti working left wing.
Barstow's really been impressive, Tanner, defensively. Really not giving up much.
Nowhere to go for Broadway. One dribble pull up for McCoy is short. And Elisa Taylor with the rebound.
Long range for Sell.
And another jump ball called on the floor. .5:26 to play here in the fourth. Happy to have you along here on 38 The Spot. Tanner Collins, Rick Zeke. Knights having trouble with the inbounds pass, and that's another turnover. Those turnovers hurt you. No time comes off the clock.
Yeah. And you can see coaches getting frustrated. And, you know, for the most part, he's got 2 seniors out on the floor. He's relying on them. They've had 4 years of experience. And for the most part, the freshmen are the only ones coming after the ball.
Kate Sell trying for a quick 3. And it misses short. Dreyer with the rebound. Looks like tweaked her ankle on the as she landed on the floor. Kate Sell back the other way into the lane. Once again, a ton of contact. No whistle blown. Bristol Sanders confused as well. There's been a ton of contact here in the fourth. Only 1 foul called combined. Let the kids play.
One coach wanted to charge. One coach said certainly got fouled.
There's a quick finish from McCoy. Nobody home underneath for the Knights.
Pius isn't going to go away, Tanner. They're battling.
And a trap on the far side of the floor. Up the floor for Redlegs. And they break the press that time. And now we'll slow it up. Still no Alex Dean. And Elisa Taylor inside, doesn't get the layup to fall. Pius looking to push. Kate Sell, step back 3, off the mark. Has struggled from long range here tonight.
Taylor went up and got that one.
And another turnover by Barstow. A little cherry picking. And a block underneath from Chloe Redlegs.
Checking in for Warriors, number 5, Lena Armelio, number 25, Brooklyn Fisher.
11 rebounds here tonight for Annalisa Taylor. She's been all over the boards, has had some nice finishes inside. Step back 3 is off the backboard. Kind of a forced shot there from Lena Armelio.
Out of bounds.
As we near the midway point here in the fourth. Barstow is keeping St. Pius around with the turnovers here in the fourth.
Well, I think here comes Sanders and here comes Dean. He's got all of his experienced players on the floor right now. Pius look for some open looks right here.
Dreyer going for the steal. And the runner is off the mark. And here's Dean back out on the floor for the Knights. This defensive pressure has caused havoc for the Knights. Now Sanders bullying her way into the lane, off the glass.
You called it. She bullied back in there. She's backed him up.
Timeout St. Pius. 3:31 to play here in the fourth.
She might have got away with the walk there, Tanner. It looked like her feet were moving a little bit.
St. Pius. This will be a full timeout.
Bristol Sanders with 17 points, 4 rebounds. She's got a bright future for the Knights.
Just a freshman here at Barstow, playing like a senior.
Coach has got to be happy how his young girls are playing going into February. Getting ready for district play. You could tell from Coach Gilliard, Tanner, that he loves the game of basketball, loves to coach it. Over 20 years of coaching club basketball. This is his 3rd year. And again, in 2020 and through 2022, they did not even have a team. So from COVID, so he's resurrecting this program, and you can tell he's doing it right, and he's doing it with some players.
Nice look there at the crowd. Cheerleaders down here courtside. Tanner Collins, Rick Seek. Just a few feet off the floor here inside the Barstow School. Rick, what was St. Pius talking about there in the timeout?
Well, they got to put up some shots. They got to keep hustling. There's no 16-point playing basketball yet, so you got to take it 2 or 3 at a time and just try to get better.
Left elbow jumper off the mark from McCoy. Nice rebound by Dreyer. For the Knights, you slow it off offensively. No shot clock.
Pius is going to continue to pressure a little bit. You just don't want to turn it to a foul-a-thon and get somebody hurt.
Nowhere to go for Dreyer. Kicks it over to Moore. Trying to get it down to Sanders. And it's deflected out of play. It'll stay with the Knights. 2:44 to go.
I think what we're seeing with Pius offensively is Dreyer is really doing a good job of denying her the ball. When you take away the other team, especially in high school, best player, those other 4 players got to step up. And if they just can't score it, they can't score it.
Sanders doesn't get that one to fall. 16-point lead for Barstow. Quick 3 from McCoy on the other side. McCoy Redlegs rips down another rebound. And that one's deflected off St. Pius. It'll stay with the Knights.
Trying to get the ball in the hands of Dean and let her run some offense and get them organized a little bit. You're probably going to see them spread the floor a little bit and get some routes to the basket.
Another turnover off the inbounds. And they get it right back as Alex Dean hits the floor. Foul called on Lena Armelia.
Warriors house on number 5, Lena Armelia.
Deep shot for Annalisa Taylor. Looking to take it all the way. Gets swatted, gets the ball back down out of the air. And a timeout taken by Barstow.
Coach is kind of giggling over there, saying, I got to use my timeout to get you out of trouble. Reset the offense, get the ball back out. Some guards got to go to her, and she was just taking a poor angle to the basket, but she's really got some good footwork for a freshman.
49-33, 16-point lead for Barstow. Their largest lead tonight was 19 back in the second quarter.
It's starting to fill up, Tanner. We said it was going to be crowded, and the people are going to be on the railings. The little girls from the young summer basketball camp, Coach said was going to be here, and you're going to see the boys crowd starting to really come in.
Look at the student section here inside the Barstow. The vibes are high here in Barstow High School.
I got a sister, Caroline, so that song's always special.
Another turnover off the inbounds pass, and that's one improvement Barstow will look to make as they head into next week. A lot of turnovers off inbounds passes. Struggling once again. They just get it into Sanders, and then they turn it over. And a foul underneath called on the Knights.
Game's really getting physical right now. Both teams aren't taking care of the ball, and forcing offenses on their end. Probably just need to settle down a little bit. Barstow setting to their offense, use the clock a little bit.
Kate Sell will try a three. Nothing but air. Rebound by Sanders. And a travel called on Mariah Moore with 1:44 to play.
Seems like there's been a lot of fouls, but hadn't been a lot of fouls called. If you look at the scoreboard up here, 2 team fouls to 1.
Kate Sell earns a chance to shoot 2 with 1:36 to play.
Well, we all know Kate's got to play well for the Warriors to win, and just wasn't her night, especially from the three-point line. But she's not giving up. She's a battler. She averages 18 points a game, and she's certainly met her average of 10 or 11 three-pointers. She's putting them up.
2 for 2 at the line that time for Kate Sell. Here's the full court press, continuing to be put on by St. Pius. That time they get it right up the floor, and Dreyer with a nice finish.
Well, you can't do better than that. Nobody put the ball on the floor. Took less than 3 seconds.
Now Dreyer will pull it back out near the center circle, nearly turns it over, but it's out of play off St. Pius. 1:16 to play. The final minute, and a foul is called on Caroline McCoy.
St. Pius fouls on number 21, Caroline McCoy, her third. Checking in for Barstow, number 12, Addie Huff.
Turnovers have continued to stack up for both sides as that one is launched down the floor. Sanders with a little shove in the back on Kate Sell.
Addie Huff to the game for Barstow.
Alex Dean on the sideline for Barstow with a 16-point lead. McCoy will try a three, too strong. And Elisa Taylor with another rebound. Nice look inside for Sanders, out of bounds. It'll stay with the Knights. 39 seconds and change to go.
That's a perfect example. Some kids don't realize the quickest way to get the ball down the floor is with a pass and not with a dribble.
And a nice bucket underneath for Red Legs. Brings the lead back to 18. Pius looking for one more scored. They don't get it to fall, and pass up the floor is out of bounds. St. Pius will get another chance. 53-35, 18-point lead for the Knights. Final 10 seconds, and a foul underneath. Free throws for Caroline McCoy. Pius hasn't gone away, Rick. The effort's been there all 4 quarters.
Yeah, that means coach has got to be happy with their effort, but she knows they can play better, and they're going to need to when they get into the district play.
First free throw is good. McCoy has not missed from the line here in the second half. Two for two at the line. They keep on the full court press. Going to dump it ahead for Sanders. She's going to add another bucket. Why not?
Going to dunk it home for Tanner. Would have been an icing on the cake for a great night.
That'll do it. 55-37. Barstow takes it here tonight. What a night for Sanders and Rodney Gilliard's crew. 18-point win. We'll be right back after this on 38 The Spot.
A large bank that stays tied to the community it serves? That's bold. For over 90 years, Security Bank has served the greater Kansas City area. That's longer than most of the barbecue joints around. What's our secret sauce? It's our commitment to local lending and local decisions, championing what makes Kansas City great, because Kansas City is full of champions. Speaking of which, we've been recognized as the strongest large bank in KC. Security Bank of Kansas City, boldly local.
I'm attorney Mike DePasquale. If you've been injured in a car wreck, you don't deserve the medical bills, you don't deserve the lost wages, and you don't deserve to be treated like a nobody. You deserve better. You deserve someone in your corner. At my firm, all we do is injury law. We've recovered over $1 billion for people just like you. We're here to make sure you get what you deserve. If you've been hurt, call me. I've got this.
Founded.
The DM Injury Law Game of the Week on 38 The Spot is brought to you by DM Injury Law. You Move Me. Your Kansas City area Toyota dealers. Compass Financial Resources. Athletic Solutions. And Cruise Elite Basketball Academy.
Back here inside the Barstow School, the Knights take it 55-37 and move to 8-3 on the season. St. Pius falls to 5-8. Let's take a look at our player of the game, brought to you by Cruise Elite Basketball Academy. Rick, Bristol Sanders gets it tonight.
Well, I tell you what, she's definitely dominated the basketball game, played well on both ends of the floor, rebound, 19 points, 5 rebounds, 3 steals, changed a lot of shots in the paint. Both sides of the floor, and she's got a bright future. Coach Gillard's really happy to have her in the program.
Game high 19 points. Player of the game brought to you by Cruise Elite Basketball Academy. 55-37 the final here tonight. An 8-3 start for head coach Rodney Gilliard and the Knights. They take it here at home. For Rick Zeke, Tanner Collins signing off here from game 1. The boys will get set to tip here next on 38 The Spot.
I'm Mike DePasquale, Kansas City's lawyer, the city of champions. KC is a place where values still matter and honesty is a way of life. When you're injured, you want a lawyer who knows this city and a team that knows how to win. If you've been injured, call me. I've got this.
Dear Winter, our squad of vehicles with all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive is ready. Bundle up. Toyota. Toyota. Let's go places.
Founded with a vision to bridge the gap between innovation and athletic performance, Athletic Solutions delivers cutting-edge gear and experiences that empower athletes and inspire fans. From championship moments to hometown pride, we connect communities to the teams and players they love. Shop elevated products, support your local heroes, and discover why Athletic Solutions is the ultimate game changer for fans, athletes, and brands alike.
So, you want to be the best? The best commit to showing up. Shields.
Dear Winter, we're coming. Our squad of vehicles with all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive is ready to take you on. Safety's the name of our game. Bundle up. Toyota. Toyota has 25 all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive vehicles, more than any other brand. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Welcome back to the DM Law Game of the Week. We're sitting here at Barstow School, and we have the great pleasure to be with the athletics director, Dr. Don Stelting. And Dr. Don, you've been here for 31 years. We want to thank you, first of all, for being a great host for 5 on 5 Sports Media, at the same time Channel 38. And we'd love to make it an annual thing that we come on over here at Barstow and enjoy your program. But you've been in education for 31 years, especially here at Barstow. How has your coaching experience and classroom experience, how has that set you up to be a great administrator for the faculty, for the community, and for your students here at Barstow?
Well, first of all, thanks for having us here, and thanks for coming. I'm going to make you sign on the dotted line. You guys are going to come out every year.
Well, we love it.
We love having you. We haven't had TV crews out here for just a few years, but we love having you, so thanks, Coach Z. I'll tell you what, Barstow's an unbelievable place. I graduated from Mid-American Nazarene University here in town. Nobody held on to me too much longer than they held on to me until I got to Barstow, and they've held on to me for a long time. And so it is an unbelievable place. It's a great spot. The faculty's incredible. Faculty here is pretty much, they're professors. They're not teachers, they're professors. The school's been fantastic. We've made some huge strides in athletics over the last 20 years especially, and really hit the limelight with a lot of our sports. And so even though we're a small school, but I'll tell you what, sports sets our kids up, more importantly, for the real world. And we have a ton of athletes that go on and they play in colleges, and then they make some huge successes in life. And you even see some of them on TV. Mayor of Kansas City, Nick Wright with Fox Sports. These guys all were on our courts and our fields, and just great people.
That's super. And you know, you helped build the tradition here in this arena, the facility, and you can mention all kinds of from Jacob Gilliard to Horn. I mean, there's a lot of names here in Kansas City that mean a lot to Barstow community and high school basketball. And probably you're known for probably hiring 2 or 3 of the best basketball coaches here in Kansas City, and that's a credit to you and your staff and your administration. But you talk about Jeff Boschee, and then you have Billy Thomas, who's currently at Rockers High School, and you have an excellent coach right now with Coach Watson. But so I guess what I want to ask you is, and maybe all the athletic directors in Kansas City want to listen, what do you look for when you're looking for maybe not just a basketball coach, it's just any head coach to represent your school, to be around your student athletes? What are some of the qualities and the characteristics you're looking for?
Well, you know, those characteristics stood out with Jeff Boschee and with Billy Thomas, and also with Fritz Gabler, who was here for 20 years, who was a legend. But those guys just had that look and that feel. They wanted to coach they were under Bill Self and actually under Roy Williams, and but they know everybody. They knew what to do. They were under Eddie Fritz as assistant coaches for a year or two, and so like we said before the game, I know Eddie wasn't happy about us getting these guys, but he's a legend himself, and so the qualities they displayed them, and those guys won a lot of games here at this school, and so I was happy to have them.
Well, I got to ask you one more thing. We're in an area here with a lot of great private schools, and you got one more chance. Sell your school. Why do you think the Barstow School is so special? Not just you, but for Kansas City.
I'll tell you what, we're in a great location, and we keep our side. We don't want to be a huge school. We want to be a school of a few unbelievable athletes and unbelievable students, and we have so many quality kids here, so many intelligent kids, and our faculty and staff and our administration, it's unbelievable. Like I said, there's no way I would have stayed here 31 years if it wasn't for an incredible group, and our kids show it, and we have lots of kids that want to come into this school. So this is just a great place to be. It's a family atmosphere, and I just can't think about being anywhere else.
Well, Don, we want to thank you, and thank you for the hospitality, and we'll be right back.
All right. Thanks, Coach Z.
Founded with a vision to bridge the gap between innovation and athletic performance, Athletic Solutions delivers cutting-edge gear and experiences that empower athletes and inspire fans. From championship moments to hometown pride, we connect communities to the teams and players they love. Shop elevated products, support your local heroes, and discover why Athletic Solutions is the ultimate game changer for fans, athletes, and brands alike.
At Compass Financial Resources, we help individuals and families looking to take control of their financial future, to find clarity and confidence in the decisions that matter most. We are grateful for the clients who put their trust in us and excited to meet those who will have the privilege to help next. From all of us at Compass Financial Resources, we wish all of you a wonderful 2026.
I'm Mike DePasquale, Kansas City's lawyer, the city of champions. Living here, you learn what makes a community strong, what holds people together, and how to do what's right for friends, family, and neighbors. Kansas City is a place where values still matter and honesty is a way of life. It's where you can reach out to someone you trust if you need help. When you're injured, you want a lawyer who knows this city and a team that knows how to win. If you've been injured, call me. I've got this.
Back here inside the Barstow School, Tanner Collins, Rick Zeke. Rick, we got a fun one coming up next.
Absolutely. I think the crowd's going to get into it. The band's already rocking. It'll be a great atmosphere. You got two teams that have played an awful tough schedule, and they both need a win. And it's a little bit like the girls' game. You're going to have two different philosophies offensively. One team's going to rely on the three. One team's going to try to get the ball inside. So it'll almost be a chess match for both of these coaches.
We'll take one final break. Tip-off is next here on 38 The Spot.
At Compass Financial Resources, we help individuals and families looking to take control of their financial future, to find clarity and confidence in the decisions that matter most. We are grateful for the clients who put their trust in us and excited to meet those who will have the privilege to help next. From all of us at Compass Financial Resources, we wish all of you a wonderful 2026.
I don't mean to judge, but that other company's truck was tiny.
Ma'am, we can definitely fit this in one truck.
That's why you call Junking. Bigger trucks, better prices.
Junking Kansas City. We treat our customers like royalty.
Dear winter, we're coming. Our squad of vehicles with all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive is ready to take you on. Safety's the name of our game. Bundle up. Toyota. Toyota has 25 all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive vehicles, more than any other brand. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
So, you want to be the best? The best.
Welcome to the DM Injury Log Game of the Week. Tonight it's St. Pius on the road to take on Barstow. The Warriors 2-15 on the season. The Knights, the home team, come in at 4-11. Happy to have you along here on 38 The Spot. Hall of Fame head coach Rick Zeke. I'm Tanner Collins. Rick, we got a fun matchup here tonight.
Well, again, you're going to see the different philosophies offensively. One's going to rely on the three-point line. One's going to try to get the ball in the paint. One of the things that Coach Watson talked about, it was a 46-43 game last year, and Pius had the victory, and he said that's been eaten at him. So they really thought they gave it away last year, and they got a little bit of revenge on their mind this year.
Let's take a look at our players to watch. Brought to you by GM Injury Law. We'll start with the road team in St. Pius. They have been led by guard Brady Stacy.
Well, Brady Stacy's a 6'2 senior, and Brady, again, can really shoot the ball from the perimeter. And Coach said he really needs to be consistent. Tonight has to be one of those nights. He can score. He plays with a lot of passion, so he has to exert a lot of energy for the Warriors tonight.
And on the other side for Barstow, they've been led by Angela Gray.
Angela Gray, you're going to see his body. Big physical kid, 6'5", junior. He again has a lot of the scoring potential for the Barstow school. He's big, he's physical, and Warriors have to find a way to stop him.
At point guard, a sophomore, number 5, Evan Red.
Players to watch.
At guard,
Players to watch brought to you by DM Injury Law. Good look at Angela Gray. Rocking the AirPods in warm-ups back here inside Barstow High School. Happy to have you along here on 38 The Spot.
And at forward, a senior, number 22, Brady Stacy. The head coach of the Warriors.
There's a look at St. Pius.
His assistant coaches are Steve Gray, Tim Ward, Alan Peel, Jason Stacy.
St. Pius comes in at 2-15 on the season. Barstow at 4-11. Rick, we had some good conversations earlier this week. It's going to be a back and forth game here tonight. Seems like you do different styles.
Yeah, Barstow's really young, and they're going to rely on some of their young kids to handle the ball, get some shots. At the same way, Pius, 2-15 again is very misleading. He lost a lot of good players in their district championship game. They're still trying to find their identity, their combinations for their substitutions. So hopefully by this time you start creating your own identity, and these are going to be one of the games that can set the tone.
Starting lineups brought to you by DM Injury Law. Take a look there at the starters for St. Pius. Fisher, Red, Stacy, John Mendina, Tristan Worm. On the other side, Dallas Collins, Allen, Moore, Gray, and Penny, the starters here tonight.
Well, with Penny and Gray both in the lineup, definitely a size advantage for Barstow. At the same time, I think Coach Phelps is going to start up with his best shooters. So one team's going to have to find their shooters. One team's going to have to be patient and get it in the paint.
Barstow will work left to right here in the first quarter. There's Angela Gray, player to watch for Barstow here tonight. Keys to the game brought to you by You Move Me. We'll start with St. Pius, Rick. Talked about the rebounding transition and those 50-50 balls.
Well, they're going to have to get some easy points, and they're going to have to contain Barstow to one shot. And they want to get out on the floor, push the ball down the sideline, penetrate and kick it to a three. Barstow, at the same time, they want to contain the basketball defensively. They need to box out so they can get their running game going. One of the things Coach Watson said is we like to run and gun, but you can't do that unless you rebound and play defense.
Keys to the game brought to you by You Move Me. We're ready. Tip off here on 38 The Spot. Tanner Collins, Rick Zeke. And we're underway from Kansas City. Dallas Collins across the timeline. First possession for Barstow. Gray dumps it down. Easy finish for Allen.
Great back cut, set play to start the game off.
Pius working quick on the other side, and it's swatted by Brandon Penny. And then a turnover. Here comes the Knights. And a turnover by Barstow.
Tanner, you're going to see 30 Penny. His talent's just going to jump out at you. He's long. He makes a difference defensively. He can finish around the rim a little bit.
Looking to go coast to coast and nearly falls. Free throws for Blake Fisher.
And you got to take it right at a shot blocker. He did right there.
5'10" junior Blake Fisher will head to the line to shoot 2. Also plays football, safety for St. Pius.
He took it right at Penny as a offensive football player right there.
First free throw is short. One more upcoming for Blake Fisher.
Both of these coaches, Coach Phelps and Coach Watson, both talked about the work ethic for both of these teams. They really work hard. Again, the record has no portrayal about what kind of kids they are and how that good they can be come March.
1 for 2 at the line. Pius on the board. First points for Blake Fisher. Off balance 3 from the top of the key. Gray nearly gets the rebound. Here comes Pius. Up the floor for Stacy. And it's taken away. Second turnover early on by the Warriors. Nice drive. Foul underneath. Free throws for Quentin Moore. 6'3" junior guard.
22, Braden Stacy.
Braden Stacy called for the personal. First free throw rattles in.
Moore's a 6'3" junior, and Coach really likes his upside. They're playing their big lineup today against Pius.
2 for 2 at the line for Quentin Moore, and a 4-1 start for Barstow. Barstow established in 1884. They have an enrollment of 215.
2-2-1 press.
Now Pius slowing it up. Evan Red out top for the Warriors. Now the work to get it inside. Nice dump down and a nice finish. Good ball movement, high-low offense.
Well, excellent patience against the zone. The zone offense was got the ball into the middle of the lane and looked down low, and that's really good offensive basketball.
Tristan Worm with the bucket. Here's Gray on the other side, powering his way into the lane. Layup is too strong. Warriors looking for their first lead. Left corner triple, splashes home. Blake Fisher knocks it down.
Blake Fisher.
Really good ball movement, spread the floor, and knocked home a 3. You're going to see that all night.
4 points already for Blake Fisher.
Really good offensive basketball. A little high-low look against their zone.
St. Pius for their first lead early on. Kick out, 3 is up, but a charge called underneath. Good defensive work by St. Pius.
Barstow fouls on 0, Dallas Collins.
Excellent job there defensively. Collins came down, they're out of control a little bit.
And a turnover by the Warriors. Possession back to Barstow. There's a look at head coach for St. Pius.
Coach is in his 4th year. He came from Marshall, Missouri. He was a head coach at Marshall. Won the district last year. Loves it at St. Pius.
It'll stay here with the Knights, trailing 6-4. Just getting underway here on 38 The Spot. Tanner Collins, Rick Zeke. Thanks for joining us here tonight. Week 3 DM injury law game of the week. Nice dribble drive, dump off, and an easy finish for Brandon Penny, 6'5" freshman.
I really like Collins. I mean, the more video I watch him all week and talking to Coach, he's a quarterback and he can make a lot of things happen. He's a junior and wants to play some college basketball.
Braden Stacy shaking up here on the near side of the floor.
Could be his arm or shoulder, grabbing his shoulder.
Second in for the Warriors, number 20, Patrick Colvin.
Brady Stacy will take a seat for St. Pius.
It's like a shoulder or elbow, or he's in a lot of pain right now.
Patrick Colvin out on the floor now for the Warriors.
Got to get out of the ball out of that trapping zone real quick. There you go, middle of the floor, hurts that zone.
2-dribble pull-up, doesn't go. Gray with a big-time rebound. Here come the Knights. He's going to take it all by himself and use the window. 10-6, 4-point lead for Barstow.
You can see why Coach Watson really loves him. He works hard. He's got a lot of offensive skills.
No one there for the rebound for the Knights. Second chance for St. Pius. DJ Watson not happy with the efforts there on the glass. Another easy finish underneath. Good ball movement. Tristan Warren, 2 for 2 from the field.
Patrick Colvin's the second assist from that high post there. Barstow's got to really make sure that they cover that up.
Past the midway point here in the first. Now Gray with it. Diving into the lane. Look at that power. He'll head to the line for 2. Nearly got it to go.
Yeah, he's big and strong.
Take a look at Gray's last bucket. Top of the key, I'm going to take it all by myself and get past 2 defenders.
That's what you call going downhill. And he went downhill quick.
First free throws here in the first. Angela Gray, and it rattles home.
Tanner, he's one of those players, you talk to your players about it. He goes down that lane, he's out of control, you got to get a charge, and you start looking at his body and say, who wants to go get a charge against him? He's a big, strong kid, and he goes to the basket with some conviction.
Two for 2 at the line for Gray. And the largest lead up 4. Pius looking to push the pace. Jordan Addison Crow in off the bench for the Knights. One thing DJ Watson touched on, the depth of the squad here in 2025.
It's point-blank layups. Coach Felt's got to think you got to hit those.
Baseline drive and finish for Brock Alon.
Second good move for him.
6-point lead for Barstow. 2:40 to go here in the first. And a travel called on Connor Nolan. Barstow now with their largest lead, up 6. Alon with a nice baseline drive.
Kissed it off the glass, great angle.
Gray fighting for the rebound. Pius back up at the floor. Julian Anderson off the bench as well for St. Pius, and he turns it over. Nice steal, takeaway by Jordan Addison Crow. Crow will try a 3, and it goes down. A 3, quick off the bench. Timeout, St. Pius. He didn't waste any time
30-second timeout.
and knocked it down from way out.
Another sophomore, one of his young kids, got his feet set, came down with confidence, and steals the ball on one end, hits a three. What else can you do? They can now throw some size out at you. They got to be one of the best 4-11 teams in the city.
Were you a shooter, Rick?
What? No, I was more of a point guard.
Point guard.
And I like to use all 5 of my fouls and assist.
Largest lead for Barstow, up 9, 17-8. First time out taken by St. Pius.
I was more John Stockton than Kobe Bryant, Tanner.
It's not a bad way to do it.
No.
Full court pressure being put on here by Barstow. Pius working it up the floor.
2-2-1, Johnny Wooden made famous. You don't see it very much anymore, but it really slows the offense down. He fades back. They fade back into that zone.
3 put up from the corner. Julian Anderson cashes in. He's their three-point shooter off the bench, 5'10" junior. Good-looking jumper.
Somebody's going to have to pick up the slack because of Stacy going down.
I'll give it down to Gray. Into the lane, floats it in. They're going to hit him with a travel.
Coach Phelps was just saying, if he gets the ball down there, he was yelling about a double team. You got to come from that weak side, force him to give it up down there because he's going to power dribble and lay it in.
There's the head coach for Barstow, B.J. Watson. Had a good conversation earlier this week about the matchup here tonight with the Warriors. Good defense there by Brandon Penny. Lengthy possession here for St. Pius. Utilizing the clock. 45 seconds to play here in the first. 3 is up, off the mark, battle for the rebound. And a foul called on the floor on Julian Anderson.
St. Pius fouls on number 1, Julian Anderson, his first.
Coach Watson's got a great young staff there, his brother Neil. They really work at it. They really love coaching these kids.
6-point lead for Barstow. Looks like the Knights will hold for the final shot here in the first. Dallas Collins out top. 20 to go. Connor Nolan defending.
Chasing him a little bit.
3 is up, and it goes down. Great possession for the Knights. Pius looking for one last look on their end. And it doesn't go down. A nice finish for Barstow. A 20-11 9-point advantage. How about that last possession, Rick, from the Knights?
Excellent basketball. Swinging it to the open man, nothing but net. That's good offensive basketball. There's nothing you can do about that.
I'm attorney Mike DePasquale. If you've been injured in a car wreck, you don't deserve the medical bills, you don't deserve the lost wages, and you don't deserve to be treated like a nobody. You deserve better. You deserve someone in your corner. At my firm, all we do is injury law. We've recovered over $1 billion for people just like you. We're here to make sure you get what you deserve. If you've been hurt, call me. I've got this.
Why do people love You Move Me?
Because we show up on time.
And take good care of their belongings.
Because we're friendly, uniform,
and professional.
I love You Move Me because they're reliable and they make moving effortless.
Love your move with You Move Me.
The DM Injury Law Game of the Week on 38 The Spot is brought to you by DM Injury Law. You Move Me. your Kansas City area Toyota dealers, Compass Financial Resources, Athletic Solutions, and Cruise Elite Basketball Academy.
Back here inside Barstow School, 2011. Knights lead it by 9. Largest lead on the night. Tanner Collins, Rick Zeke, happy to have you along here on 38th spot. It's week 3, DM injury log game of the week. And a turnover off the jump here in the second. Gray across the timeline for the Knights. Here's Lynn from the corner, just hit a 3 to end the first, and that one misses short. And a nice finish on the other end from Blake Fisher.
Really nice finish by Fisher, over some size. Barstow with their size really contends every offensive shot.
Collins gets past 2 defenders, dumps it down, and a nice finish from Penny.
That's what Collins does.
Crow with the steal. Penny to the floor. Stays here with St. Pius. Eight-footer, too strong, and it deflects off of Dallas Collins out of bounds.
Checking for the Knights, number 4.
Barstow off to a 9-point lead. A nice start here in the second. How about this finish on the other end from Fisher?
Over the size, over Penny.
Penny nearly glassed him. And then on the
excellent
other side.
assist. Excellent assist.
Nearly got a block. Easy layup on the other side of the floor. Good contest, and a better finish from Hudson Demery. Demory with a 3 for St. Pius, bringing the deficit back to 6.
He's a 6'2" freshman, averaging 4 points a game, getting more and more time.
It's a good shot contest too from Brock alone. Step back jumper just inside the 3-point line. The possession back to St. Pius. The Warriors battling here in the second.
See, when you get the ball into that middle and then kick it out, you got to have your feet set. Barstow didn't do a good job of jumping out there so quick. He got his feet set, knocked it home.
Looking to get a baseline. Warriors do just that. Good look from the corner. Too strong. A lot of contact there on the follow. And it'll stay here with St. Pius.
Second for Barstow, number 24, Angelo Gray, number 35, Quentin Boyd.
Coach Phelps in his 4th year had a lot of success. Wants to try to build on that. Thinks his kids are trying to get it.
Good movement here by the Warriors. Another 3 doesn't go. That time the Knights get the rebound. Dallas Collins across the timeline. .59" junior guard.
Barstow's kind of standing around a little bit different what they did in the first quarter. Watching Collins play a little bit. They got to get a little bit more movement. Cutting toward the basket.
And a takeaway by Fisher. He's been a force for the Warriors here in the first half. Coach talked about Fisher's passion, competitiveness, and his high IQ this season.
Yeah, I mean, put the ball in his hands, let him make decisions. Good steal. Takes it right to the goal.
Foul underneath. Free throws for Tristan Worm, who's a workhorse for this group.
Pius has done a really good job on their zone offense. They're really moving the ball, getting the ball into the middle, dipped it down to the low block there a couple times. Barstow's got to tighten up that zone just a little bit, make them play outside in instead of inside out. Tristan Worm averages 5 points a game, 5 rebounds. Coach said he's our true workhorse.
That one off the back iron. Another chance here for the Warriors.
There's that ball into the middle again.
Good look, top of the key, too strong. Another offensive rebound for St. Pius.
Hudson Demery just went up and got it.
A nice floater from Blake Fisher. Timeout, Barstow.
Timeout, Barstow. This will be a 30-second timeout.
Rick, St. Pius starting to find a groove here in the second.
Baseline jumper. They're really doing a good job. See how they set their man in the middle there? And then when you back off the man in the middle, you got your dribble down there. They're playing good offensive basketball, and they're shooting the ball with confidence a little bit. And they're really out-rebounding them the last 3 or 4 minutes. I think Coach isn't real happy. Coach Watson's not real happy with the rebounding effort down there. Coach Phelps has got to be really happy about it, keeping the ball alive, getting second and third shots. Hudson Demery has really came in. He had a big shot, an offensive rebound, provide a lot of energy for him. Again, Brady Stacy still on the bench, holding his arm or shoulder. When your leading scorer goes down, somebody else got to pick it up. And there's a steal.
Steal off the inbounds. That full court press has caused havoc for the Knights. Now the Warriors reset the offense. Fisher going for the miracle pass into the lane. He'll stay here with Pius, baseline out of bounds.
You act like he's made that pass before. Like, keep going. I'm throwing it for you.
Back out top for Fisher. Midway point here in the second.
They're attacking it with the 1-3-1 look. I personally, Tanner, like to put my best player at the free throw line because you're going to get him the ball. He's got to be a player there.
Nice steal by Collins. Now the reset near the center circle.
Barstow's kind of been in an offensive funk. I don't know really what they're trying to do right now. They're trying to get back into post play. There it goes.
Gray calls for it and draws a foul underneath. Baseline out of bounds coming up for the Knights. Just 5 points here in the second quarter for Barstow.
Checking in for the Warriors, number 12, DeMarcus Harris.
Harris comes into the game. He's a 6'3", also a sophomore, football player, track player, but he can provide a little muscle to lay on Gray.
And a nice finish from Brandon Penny. Remember the name. Just a freshman, 6'5" forward.
With his arms, he's got to be about 6'9".
Might slam one here tonight. Fisher will pull a three, and he hits another.
Right now, he's the only shooter out there confident, and he's keeping him in the game.
Calm, cool, collected is Blake Fisher. Look at that defense.
He's all over him.
Under 3 to play here in the first half. Collins drives, floats, too strong. Another offensive rebound from the Knights. Jump ball, and the possession to St. Pius.
Second for the Warriors, number 23, John.
We saw that with the girls' game. A couple of their girls never brought the ball down. Both of these rebounders, the last two rebound with the big men, brought it straight to their knees, and they get it tied up.
Discussion at the center of the floor between all three referees here tonight. What are they talking about, Rick? Where's dinner? What's for breakfast tomorrow?
Well, they might be discussing who's been blowing all the whistles. It's been dominated by a few. Now we're over the book.
Checking to make sure the possession arrow was going the right way, and it'll actually be Barstow ball.
It's easy anymore to ref in Missouri, Tanner. There's no 35-second clock to mess up and reset. Hopefully that's coming in the future.
Nice dump in from Collins.
Another out-of-bounds play.
Finish from Brock alone. Back to a 5-point lead for Barstow. It's been all Blake Fisher offensively for the Warriors here in the first half. How about that shot? Put down by Hudson Demery.
He's really came on and helped him.
His second triple here in the first half. Collins inside. Had Penny wide open underneath. Now Gray works right wing. Between the legs dribble, gets past his defender and draws another foul. And a little shaken up as well.
Grabbing his knee a little bit. Right now, Barstow seems like they're standing around.
Number 12, DeMarcus Harris.
Kick out.
His first.
Watch the confidence here. Nothing but net.
Gray will
Again,
stand
getting the ball at that free throw line.
Penny fouled and will shoot two.
That side Pius foul is on number 13, Hudson DeMore.
Pius and Tanner's really going deep in their bench. They've already played 10 players plus. I think they're just trying to find some guys with Stacy on that bench to kind of pick them up a little bit.
First free throw is good from Penny. Seven points for the freshman. Chance to add one more. That one rattles out. Fight for the rebound. Won by Pius. 3-point lead for the Knights. Closing 2 minutes here in the first half. That one rattles out off the foot of Fisher. Knights ball.
Pius is battling on the boards, making Barstow really work for it.
Knights have slowed the tempo down offensively here in the second. Collins out top. Gray calling for it. Left elbow.
They're really containing the ball well, while Barstow's just kind of standing.
Knights could hold for one final shot. 1 minute to go. They'll get it inside. Nice dump off to Gray.
Oh, really good look.
Who earns another 2 shots at the free throw line.
St. Pius fouls on number 5, Evan Ray.
Dallas Collins does a really good job when he penetrates, keeping his head up, and he can get the ball to just about anybody if they're moving to the goal.
6 points, 2 rebounds for Angelo Gray here in the first half. First free throw rattles in. Shooter's touch.
Checking for the Warriors, number 3, Connor Nolan. Also checking in number 1, Julian Anderson.
Still a little shaken up there on that drive a couple minutes ago.
Still kind of grabbing at his knee a little bit.
TJ Watson, head coach for the Knights. Two for 2 at the line for Angelo Gray. Under a minute to play here in the first half. And a travel called on Julian Anderson.
One of the first turnovers they've got with the press. But again, they come in bundles. Press might not work. Next thing you know, you got 2 or 3 turnovers off of it. This could be a late run by Barstow. .45 seconds to go.
DJ Watson telling his crew to slow down. He wants to hold for the last shot. And a smart timeout taken by Barstow.
I just don't understand. It's just tougher and tougher for teams to learn how to do that. Those could be learned in practice, and it just boils down to discipline. Discipline to use the clock, being smart with the basketball, especially toward the end of the quarters.
(29-24), 5-point advantage for Barstow.
Those end of the quarter possessions become important. I know I had one assistant. His job was just make sure who gets the ball to start the second half. A little bit like football. You want to try to take advantage of your last possession, and you tell the team, we got the possession, the first possession, second half. This could be 4 points. Execute, take care of the basketball, shoot free throws if you need to, and we start the second half with the ball. So let's see how they end up this Hindi half.
39 seconds to play. The Knights get it inbound. And we'll set up the offense with Dallas Collins, top of the key. DJ Watson wants the Knights to hold for the final shot. Connor Nolan defending. Stalling time near the center circle. 12 to go. Seven ticks left. Alone out top. Knights will not get a shot off from half court. Last shot from Julie Anderson. Clanks off the backboard. And that'll do it here in the first half. Barstow leads 29-24. Keep it right here. It's halftime here on 38 The Spot.
I'm attorney Mike DePasquale. If you've been injured in a car wreck, you don't deserve the medical bills or the lost wages, and you don't deserve to be treated like a nobody. You deserve better. Call me. I've got this.
Why do people love You Move Me?
Because we show up on time.
And take good care of their belongings.
Because we're friendly, uniform,
and professional.
I love You Move Me because they're reliable and they make moving effortless.
Love your move with You Move Me.
At Compass Financial Resources, we help individuals and families looking to take control of their financial future, to find clarity and confidence in the decisions that matter most. We are grateful for the clients who put their trust in us and excited to meet those who will have the privilege to help next. From all of us at Compass Financial Resources, we wish all of you a wonderful 2026.
Wow, I can't believe you really fit it all in one truck.
I told you, our trucks are bigger.
And our prices are better.
Junkie in Kansas City. Bigger trucks, better prices. We treat our customers like royalty.
I'm attorney Mike DePasquale. If you've been injured in a car wreck, you don't deserve the medical bills or the lost wages, and you don't deserve to be treated like a nobody. You deserve better. Call me. I've got this.
The DM Injury Log Game of the Week is brought to you by Cruise Elite Basketball Academy, Junk King of Kansas City, Safe Haven, R.E. Pedrati Company, Cumpy's Sports and Apparel, Arment Enterprises, and Mike Sill Insurance.
Back here inside the Barstow School, Knights lead at 29-24 at the break. It was back and forth all throughout. Let's promote next 2 weeks from now. It'll be St. Thomas Aquinas at St. James Academy, brought to you by Compass Financial.
Well, Tanner, we got the Catholic School Showdown, EKL rivals, St. James Academy versus St. Thomas Aquinas. You got two of the best girls teams in Kansas. Both of them will be fighting for a 5A state championship, and it could be 3 rounds of games between those two. And then for the boys, you have the EKL Showdown at St. James this time. Last time it was at Aquinas. It was a buzzer beater won by St. James. Both those teams, again, trying to situate themselves, getting ready for regional play and state tournament berths.
Some fantastic halftime performances here inside the Barstow School. We'll take another break. Halftime here on 38 The Spot. Stick around.
I don't mean to judge, but that other company's truck was tiny.
Ma'am, we can definitely fit this in one truck.
That's why you call Junk King. Bigger trucks, better prices.
Junk King, Kansas City. We treat our customers like royalty.
Why do people love You Move Me?
Because we show up on time.
And take good care of their belongings.
Because we're friendly, uniform,
and professional.
I love You Move Me because they're reliable and they make moving effortless.
Love your move with You Move Me.
Wow, I can't believe you really fit it all in one truck.
I told you, our trucks are bigger.
And our prices are better.
Junk King, Kansas City. Bigger trucks, better prices. We treat our customers like royalty.
The DM Injury Law Game of the Week on 38 The Spot is brought to you by DM Injury Law, You Move Me, your Kansas City area Toyota dealers, Compass Financial Resources, Athletic Solutions, and Cruise Elite Basketball Academy.
Back here inside the Barstow School, Knights lead at 29-24. Tanner Collins alongside Hall of Fame head coach Rick Zeke. Let's take a look at some halftime highlights brought to you by Toyota, Rick. It was back and forth there. We'll start here with the Warriors. They did a little bit of everything, but Blake Fisher led the way.
Well, they did a really good job on that possession, and they've done it for the most part the whole half, moving the ball a little bit, getting the ball at the free throw line and trying to knock some shots home.
On the other side, the Knights were just moving it around. Brandon Penny had a nice first half. 6'5", just a freshman, wingspan of about 6'9". Gray with another couple nice finishes as well. He was our player to watch here for Barstow tonight. That was one of the best moves we saw there in the first half from Barack Alon. But it was all Blake Fisher offensively, coast to coast, and getting it past Brandon Penny.
Fisher's really going to have to come on with Brady Stacy going down, maybe out for the game. You lose 15 points a game and your leading scorer, and what Coach talking about, the heartbeat of our team, somebody else is going to have to pick it up, and Fisher's done a great job of it. He hustles, and his energy is contagious right now.
Remember the name, Brandon Penny, just a freshman here for the Knights. Fisher a safety on the football field, and he's keeping the Warriors around here in the first half. He led the way for St. Pius. We'll take another break. Third quarter action is coming up next. It's the DM Injury Law Game of the Week.
A large bank that stays tied to the community it serves? That's bold. For over 90 years, Security Bank has served the greater Kansas City area. That's longer than most of the barbecue joints around. What's our secret sauce? It's our commitment to local lending and local decisions, championing what makes Kansas City great. Because Kansas City is full of champions. Speaking of which, we've been recognized as the strongest large bank in KC. Security Bank of Kansas City, boldly local.
I'm Mike DePasquale, Kansas City's lawyer, the city of champions. Living here, you learn what makes a community strong, what holds people together, and how to do what's right for friends, family, and neighbors. Kansas City is a place where values still matter and honesty is a way of life. It's where you can reach out to someone you trust if you need help. When you're injured, you want a lawyer who knows this city and a team that knows how to win. If you've been injured, call me. I've got this.
Why do people love You Move Me?
Because we show up on time.
And take good care of their belongings.
Because we're friendly, uniform,
and professional.
I love You Move Me because they're reliable and they make moving effortless.
Love your move with You Move Me.
Dear Winter, our squad of vehicles with all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive is ready. Bundle up. Toyota. Toyota. Let's go places.
Back here inside the Barstow School, third quarter action about to get underway. It's the DM Injury Law Game of the Week. The student section has been involved. It's been a fun night, Rick. We got a rock band up here, 3 guitars, we got drummers. They got it all here at Barstow.
And we're down here on the floor. We got cheerleaders. They've really done a great job of hosting, our game here for 38 and DM Injury Law Game of the Week. And I just think it could be a very interesting game. I think we'll find out a little bit more these next 3 or 4 minutes. It seems like Barstow was trying to pull away, and Pius hung around, and you got to give them credit. They lost their best offensive player, Brady Stacy. We believe he injured his shoulder. He re-injured it from earlier in the year, and they might be without him. So somebody's got to pick it up, and Demery and Fisher and Red have done a great job of it. So they just got to keep battling 2 points at a time.
Third quarter about to get underway. There's a look at the St. Pius bench. It was all Blake Fisher there in the first half. There's the entertainment all night long. Done an awesome job.
They've been setting the tempo, Tanner, for the night. And they're getting the crowd into it.
Been rocking all night. Pius will work left to right here in the second half. The Knights in all white green trim will work right to left. Tanner Collins, Rick Zeke with you here on 38 The Spot, and we're back underway. Knights lead by 5. Largest lead was 9 in the first half. And the Warriors will get their first look here to start the second half. Fisher looking to dump it down inside. Good
they
ball.
really understand well how to move the ball against the zone. And that's a big zone. That's a long zone.
Right wing 3, too strong. Here comes Dallas Collins. And he'll slow it up for the Knights. Gray inside. Doesn't get it to fall. A nice rebound underneath by St. Pius. Mendocini with the board for the Warriors. Opening minute here in the second half.
Sure, Coach Phelps is looking at really putting his shooters at the perimeter, keeps rotating guys in. They're getting open looks there. Point guard's doing a good job of occupying 2 players.
Fisher thought about the 3. Good defense being put on by the Knights. Warriors struggling to get a look. Longest possession we've seen tonight. Back across the floor for Fisher. Evan Red out top. Nolan inside. And the possession continues. Another 3. That one goes down for John Mendocini.
Really good offensive possession. Patience. There's no need to be in a hurry.
Mendocini missed the first, cashed in the second. Bringing the deficit back to 2.
It's an excellent possession. They swing the ball around, feet set. They get rewarded for their patience.
First 3 of the night for Mendocini. Penny left wide open underneath. And it's out of bounds. Good start to the second half for St. Pius. Evan Red across the timeline for the Warriors. Wide open 3, too strong. Nice rebound underneath by Evan Red.
Now you see Pius pushing the tempo a little bit.
Pius looking to retake the lead. They've only led once tonight. Early on in the first quarter, that one rattles out. Rebound brought down by Gray.
They haven't really got Gray involved in the offense since the first quarter. They've contained Collins with the basketball. Little trap on the ball.
Numbers for the Knights. Gray underneath, easy finish. You called it, Rick.
Yeah.
Get Angelo Gray going. Knights do it just there. Nice give and go, and a swap by Penny's called for the foul. I didn't see much contact, Rick.
Looked like he caught the ball right over his head.
Just about did. Let's take a look at that last drive.
Little give and go here. Yeah, he didn't like the call.
Pius does such a good job moving without the basketball. They've shown it all night long. First free throw from Tristan Worm is good.
Check in for St. Pius, number 13, Hudson Demery.
Hudson Demery checks back in. 6'2", hit a 3, 5 points in the first half.
He really picked him up in the first half.
Collins looking to push, now brings it back near the center circle. And will set up the offense for the Knights.
He's asking for a pick here. We haven't seen a lot of pick and rolls.
Collins drives into the lane with the offhand. Uses the window for 2.
He can do that. We just haven't seen a lot of it.
He's got some real speed, does Dallas Collins. Foul called by Angelo Gray. A little push off the ball screen. Check out this speed from Dallas Collins.
He just blows right by him, finishes it. Since the last 2 or 3 times he's went to the goal, he's dished it off. Both defenders backed off like he was going to do it again and finished it at the rim. Ethan Lynn back in a little bit. Hit some shots in the first half.
Fight for the rebound. Possession arrow goes to Barstow. Good hustle from Julian Anderson. He's put in some nice minutes off the bench here tonight for St. Pius. Collins chases up the floor. He's going to take it all by himself. Dishing it off, and a nice finish from Barack Alon.
Alon's done that 2 or 3 times. He can really maneuver his body and square up to the goal to finish.
Back to a 7-point lead for the Knights. Nobody underneath, rebounding for Barstow. Anderson thought about the step back 3 and a turnover by the Warriors. They had a great look there underneath.
This is what Collins does. He squares his shoulders up well along and finishes it up.
Collins down for Lynn. 3 is short. Gray with the putback. How about the rebound and finish?
I think he started from behind the 3-point line and sprinted up to make that play. That's effort.
Good job at reading the shot. A lot of steps underneath. Pro with the swat. It's Barstow ball. The Knights are turning it on here in the third.
It's a second or third really big play from Jordan Addison Crow. He's got some length on him too. This is the tempo I think they want to play at. Put the ball in Collins' hand and let some things happen.
Barstow with their largest lead, up 9. Collins inside, too strong. And the Warriors will slow it up. Back out for Anderson.
That's what size does. I'm not going to dribble into it. I'll back out.
Anderson left wing 3. Nothing but nylon.
That's a good looking shot.
His second triple here tonight. Brings Pius back within 6.
Pius sticking with their young players, especially at the perimeter.
Lynn thought about the corner 3. Back out for Collins. Over for Crow. He hit a 3 in the first half. How about another? 2 for 2 from downtown.
That's a good looking sophomore.
Barstow's going to be good.
Yes, he's got a bright future.
Nice dribble drive, lefty finish for Evan Red. Timeout, St. Pius.
Took it right at it, right at the sides.
Timeout, St. Pius. This will be a 30-second timeout.
High energy third quarter. Collins with a nice drive, kick out, 2 for 2 from downtown for Crow.
What Collins could do well is get two guys to cover him. He kicks it out. A true assist leader. Tanner, I think Barstow's trying to make that run to separate themselves a little bit from the Warriors, but we'll have to see what Pius does finishing out the quarter here. Coach Watson got to be happy how they played the last 2 or 3 minutes. A lot more energy when they get up and down the floor a little bit.
The live band has been setting the tone all night long here inside the Barstow School. Back underway, St. Pius coming out of their first timeout taken here in the third. Under 2 to play. Nice drive, a lot of contact, got the whistle. 2 free throws for Barack alone.
Really good jump stop.
St. Pius fouls on number 12, DeMarcus Harris. His second personal foul.
Brock averages 8 points a game, 6 rebounds. Coach said he's a great student, well over 4.0. A hard worker.
First free throw is good. Lynn with the rebound.
Smallest guy on the floor gets a bounce right in his hands.
Now the Knights will reset the offense. 8-point lead.
It's got to kill. Coach is over there. Coach Felt's over there saying, you got to box out. It ends up in the hands of the smallest guy on the floor.
Here's Crow. Dumps it off to Lynn. Crow left wing, turns it over. Here comes Anderson. Collins gets the steal right back. And the foul. What a finish. Defense turned into offense for Dallas Collins.
That's an effort play. Outran the offense, chased it down.
Dallas Collins looking to make a 3-point play.
That speed. Stayed squared to the goal and finished it up.
It's a big-time play, big-time player. High flyer through traffic. Chance for the old-fashioned 3-point play.
I'm telling you, they can play real well at times, and they got size, they got a ball handler, they got shooters. They're going to be tough to handle when it comes district time.
Lane violation called on St. Pius. Dallas Collins will get to shoot another. They had the offensive rebound, but Collins will get another shot.
Well, Coach got on them so bad about boxing out, they stepped in early. 2 guys stepped in too early. We're going to play it again.
Gets the free throw to go that time. Largest lead for Barstow, up 11. Minute to go here in the third.
1 minute to play in the third.
Barstow switching up their defensive look. Air ball on the 3, Crow with the rebound. Now Barstow will hold for the final shot, just like they did back in the second. Connor Nolan defending. Dallas Collins near the timeline. Careful there with the dribble. Get a little close.
They're going to double him.
They'll kick it over to Lynn. And Brandon Penny turns it over. Pius looking to cut it, the deficit back to single digits here in the final seconds. Anderson pump fakes, kicks. 1 to shoot. It's up. And they get it to fall at the buzzer. It was Tristan Worm on the follow. And that cuts the deficit back to 9. Barstow at home leads at 44-35. As we take a look, we'll be right back here on 38 The Spot. It's the DM Injury Lock Game of the Week. Fourth quarter is next.
At Compass Financial Resources, we help individuals and families looking to take control of their financial future, to find clarity and confidence in the decisions that matter most. We are grateful for the clients who put their trust in us and excited to meet those who will have the privilege to help next. From all of us at Compass Financial Resources, we wish all of you a wonderful 2026.
Founded with a vision to bridge the gap between innovation and athletic performance, Athletic Solutions delivers cutting-edge gear and experiences that empower athletes and inspire fans. From championship moments to hometown pride, we connect communities to the teams and players they love. Shop elevated products, support your local heroes, and discover why Athletic Solutions is the ultimate game changer for fans, athletes, and brands alike.
The DM Injury Log Game of the Week is brought to you by Relic Apparel and Graphics, Ready, Set, Hang, Design Mechanical, Weaver Exterminating, Tequila Harry's, Chris O'Connor, Attorney at Law, and BSN Sports.
Back here inside the Barstow School, Tanner Collins, Rick Zeke with you, Hall of Fame head coach here in Kansas City. Fourth quarter underway here on 38th the spot. Warriors got a late bucket there at the buzzer to end the third from Tristan Worm, who has 8. Getting the deficit back to single digits.
Collins is getting more aggressive up on the top. He's wanted to get a steal.
Would have been a big three. Fisher with the rebound. Fisher was scoreless in the third quarter and can't get that one to fall. Nice defensive stand from the Knights to start here in the fourth.
Pius is getting 2 or 3 shots. Just got to knock him home in the paint. That size is bothering him.
Brandon Penny fouled way out top on Evan Red.
Yeah, I think Coach Watson spent that whole time out talking about it's the second time we're holding the ball. We turned the ball over. We got to get better at it. He probably said it in a little bit different manner.
Nice dribbling by Crow to keep the possession alive. Collins nowhere to go, brings it back out top. Drives in, gets past 2 defenders and the finish. Another chance at the three-point play.
Yeah, well, he's just blowing by him. I think he landed on his hip here.
Take a look at that last drive. A lot of contact inside.
Well, you got Gray at the post, so they didn't give any help there. They need some help from the weak side. He just a quick jumper, finished it home.
Dallas Collins, a guy that's going to do it all for Barstow.
10 points a game, five rebounds, 5 assists, 4 steals. Coach said you can count that with him about every game. You can tell he's in a little bit of pain.
Free throw goes down, another three-point play, second here in the second half for Dallas Collins.
They've really extended their 2-3 zone a little bit.
Largest lead for the Knights here tonight, up 12.
Really good job by Red, stepping in there, giving himself up.
6:40 to play here in the fourth. Warriors need some buckets. Got to get Fisher going. Had a hot first half. And another swat underneath by Crow. Another 3 off the mark. Fight for the rebound. It'll stay here with St. Pius. Angela Gray's still a little shaken up.
Yeah, it looks like he can accelerate off his leg.
He'll take a seat.
Yeah, he hasn't really went after the ball, rebounding the basketball. He's hurt.
Nice inbound play, and the 3 goes down that time for Patrick Colvin.
Cut it back to 9.
Dallas Collins back up the floor for the Knights. Fisher defending. Look at the speed from Dallas Collins. Fadeaway is off the mark. Pius wanting the timeout, but they're going to call a jump ball, and it's going to stay here with Barstow. Just didn't quite get the timeout called in time.
Dallas kind of went to the basket a little bit out of control, didn't square up. I think he wanted to kick it out, but he kept the ball, threw up a shot.
More baseline, nowhere to go. Back out top, Crow keeps the possession alive once again. Just a sophomore. Good possession there from the Knights. Foul called on St. Pius.
Warrior fouls on number 20, Patrick Goldman. His first personal foul.
But
out of bounds plays have been big.
They get it into Crow. He'll try another three. Too strong that time off the back iron. Brock Alon with the offensive rebound and the putback. Big time play from Brock Alon.
Well, first of all, the effort going after the rebound. And then he finishes it.
St. Pius fouls on number 11.
That guy's a winner. He's going to make the winning plays, and that's one right there that we're going to remember. Offensive rebound and one.
Well, look at his. I mean, everybody's happy for him. I mean, everybody wants to congratulate that kind of effort. I think it's a fourth baseline move that he scored on today.
11 points, 3 rebounds, and a chance to add one more. Three-point play, 12-point lead for the Knights.
Coach Watson said he's our hardest worker, great work ethic, and plays like that.
And a foul out top called on Quentin Moore, 6'3" junior.
His first personal foul.
St. Pius has their 3 perimeter guys against their 2 top guys. And Tanner, I used to tell our guys, you got to play hot potato, like when you were little. The ball's got to move in and out, in and out. You got to take advantage on 3 against 2. You need to try to find Fisher in the middle and play out of Fisher.
Turnover by St. Pius, no touch from Barstow. That zone defense has caused havoc for St. Pius.
Well, they got the length down there. I think Coach just said we got to get the ball to the short corner, and Pius player looked back and said, you know, do what? You want me to do what against Penny? When I get the ball down there, it's almost got to kick it out from that point on.
Angela Gray back out on the floor for the Knights. Under 5 to go here in the fourth. Look at that move from Dallas Collins. Into the lane. Wow.
He's taking a game over. The pace of the game, he's taking it over.
So much speed and athleticism. Very nearly with the steal, nearly at the broadcast table. And a foul called on Dallas Collins. Pius thinks they got a timeout before the foul was called.
Great crossover. Finishing up.
It's a college player right there.
Yeah, he's playing high-level basketball, especially the last 3 quarters. Now you got Penny in the middle of that zone, which really changed that zone. When he gets his hands out there, now look.
Fisher inside.
Fisher goes right by him.
First, second half bucket for Blake Fisher. Back to a 12-point lead for the Knights. Back out top for Collins. He'll set up the offense.
This is the matchup here, Collins against Fisher.
Good ball movement. Back down to Moore. Quentin Moore goes to the rim and is fouled and will shoot 2.
Came off the pick and roll, kicked it to the weak side, attacked the dribble. Quentin Moore's a 6'3" junior. Coach said he's got a big-time upside. Likes to work at his game.
2 for 2 at the line. St. Pius is going to use a timeout. 3:42 to play here in the fourth. Tanner Collins, Rick Zeke here on 38 the spot. Rick Barstow, both these teams, young groups, a lot to look forward to in the upcoming years.
Absolutely. Especially Barstow. Barstow, I think they showed they have some depth a little bit. They probably played 8-9 players. They can bring some size. They got a bright future. And that 4-11 record is very misleading because they played on the Kansas and the Missouri side, some of the better teams. And Coach is really happy about you've got to be happy about the way they're playing leading into districts against some teams that he hadn't faced. So he's got to feel good about it. At the same time, Pius, again, when your best player, Brady Stacy, goes down, you got to ask a lot of kids and a lot of them young kids to step up. They battled and battled, and they got to learn from this.
Look at the St. Pius huddle there, trailing by 14 in the final 3+ minutes. YMCA playing here inside the Barstow School.
They're having a lot of fun here. It's been a great night here at the Barstow School.
Good look there from our camera operators here tonight. Thanks to our producer, Sean Belden, getting us up on the air, and all the camera ops here inside the Barstow School, getting all the angles here tonight. Nice floater inside is short, though, and the offensive rebound, St. Pius, another chance underneath. Free throws for DeMarcus Harris, chance for his first points here tonight.
Harris came in earlier and made some things happen. He's got a big body. I think he's trying to lay on Gray a little bit and Penny a little bit. He takes it right up and gets to 2 at the free throw line.
First free throw rattles out. 3:27 to play here in the fourth.
Trying to get the ball out of Harris's hands.
Nice dump down for Moore, and he's fouled and will shoot 2.
St. Pius fouls number 13. That's the ball.
Well, Collins is a true quarterback of the basketball team. He doesn't even need to shoot the ball well outside. He's going to make things happen when he gets in the paint.
Checking for St. Pius, number 1, Julian Anderson, and number 11.
Anderson and Worm will check back in for St. Pius. 3:17 to go in the fourth. Anderson across the timeline for St. Pius. Trailing by 14, largest lead for the Knights here in this one. Good look, left wing, short. Gray with a big rebound. And the Knights will slow it up. Under 3 to play. How about a 3 from Angelo Gray? You bet. Cashes it in from downtown.
Coach said for his size, he can score at all 3 levels, and he just showed us there. He's got a nice stroke from 3.
First 3 of the night for Angelo Gray. Here's Fisher inside. Easy 2.
He's a tough kid. He's a really gutsy kid.
Dallas Collins speeding up the floor for the Knights. Angelo Gray is going to try another. And he cashes it in. Back-to-back trays for Angelo Gray.
They're having fun now. He's not so hurt anymore.
Nearly a swat. He's called for the foul. Basket good. Basket interference. Angela Gray is heating up here in the fourth.
All the confidence. Watch that bench erupt. They're happy for him.
How about the Selly? How about another one? Back to back?
Same spot.
You bet.
Same reaction.
So the basket was good. They're not going to call a foul on Angelo Gray. 2 minutes to play. Timeout, St. Pius.
Yeah, I think he smacked the backboard.
I could hear it.
Well, what a night for the Barstow School. The girl-boy victory. Having a lot of fun on campus. They're a great host.
How about the crowd here tonight, Rick? They've been jumping. Students have been here for both games.
Yeah.
In entirety.
They were here at 5 o'clock, 5:30.
They beat us here.
Been a long night, and they've had a lot of fun. They've had rock music, singing Sweet Caroline, and all the songs are probably ready to get out in that cold and get home.
It's always fun getting cameras out here to these high schools. And thanks to all of our sponsors that have been able to put this on. We're in week 3. We're just getting started. 61-45, 16-point advantage for the Knights.
Well, if the school of 200, half of them are here. I mean, on our Friday night, that says something about your community and your athletic programs. And I know Coach mentioned that, Coach Watson, they have 55 seniors in this class. So they're playing against some schools that have 2,500 in their school. So that's a credit to them, and it's only going to make them better.
Soren Gupta out on the floor for the Knights for the first time tonight. That one deflected out of bounds. Nice defense by Connor Nolan. And a turnover by Barstow. Baseline out of bounds for St. Pius.
Checking for St. Pius, number 1, Julie Davidson.
Nice inbound, easy finish for Tristan Worm in double figures with 12 points. Dallas Collins across the timeline for the Knights. Now Crow works, baseline doubled, and Fisher with the takeaway. And swatted by Dallas Collins. What a defensive play.
He's done it all. He's done it all today. Set the tempo defensively, offensively.
It's hardly broken a sweat. It's been out there all night. Minute 41 to play. Really a double dribble in the paint. Look at the defense from the Knights. Crow takes it away.
They didn't give up. They're both going after it.
Knights might use a timeout here. And they will. B.J. Watson calls time. The minute 24 to play.
Coach Watson's getting on some of the young kids. They were underneath the goal saying, give me the ball. There's 4 St. Pius guys trapping his player, and they're underneath the goal wanting the ball. So you got to go back to the ball, he kept saying.
$14-point lead for Barstow. Get a look at the Knights bench. Looking to move to 5-11 on the season. St. Pius came into tonight 2-15.
Well, this will be their third win in a row for Barstow. And
beating up.
Coach has got to really feel like they're turning the corner a little bit. And he said, we got to get it. You know, and maybe they're, as a coach, you're talking about just it clicking in, understanding offensive, defense, sometimes just getting at your role and your role players.
Thanks for tuning in tonight here on 38 The Spot. Tanner Collins, Rick Zeke. One of the best atmospheres you can really find in high school basketball.
Oh, absolutely. I loved it today. And it's great for the school, great for their community. We want to thank Don Stelting, their athletic director, who's been super all week, their faculty, their administration.
pretty cool calling the game on the court.
Well, they put new lights in. They painted the walls. They've done about everything.
Turnover off the inbound. St. Pius not going away. Fisher into the lane. Off the window for 2. Timeout. St. Pius.
I'm asking you for number 4, Blake Fisher. Timeout St. Pius. This will be a timeout St. Pius. This will be a full timeout.
Down to a 12-point deficit. Collins turns it over, and Blake Fisher with another nice finish.
Yeah, I mean, Fisher can play for me anytime. He's on the floor, always hustling, finishing, helping his team. Pius will move to 2-16. Coach is talking about getting ready for the regionals and finishing out that January into February and just trying to finish strong. He lost an awful lot of players last year off a district championship team, a special team he had last year, and he's young. He's young.
Minute 13 to play here in the fourth. Knights just looking to limit the turnovers. Good double in the corner. Collins with it. Here comes Barstow. Penny! Two-handed jam.
Perfect way to end it for this crowd.
I told you he's going to throw one down tonight. There it was, and a 3 on the other end.
I think a lot of people just came to see that, and they're happy. Oh, here we go.
Good dribbling by Gray. Now he's triple team.
They don't want him shooting another 3. Here we go.
Gray's going to try one. Corner triple is way short. E-check.
Nah, he's hurt. That's that knee. Knee's bothering him.
Good double by the Knights. Fisher hits the floor. And an air ball on the other side. Barstow ball. How about the two-handed jam from Brandon Penny?
Well, they look up the floor on it and let him have his fun. The freshman. Everybody celebrating. They knew it was coming.
26 seconds to play here in the fourth. Collins nearly stepped out of bounds. Over to Penny. Back out for Collins. And they'll dribble the clock out. Foul out top on Gray. And that'll be 2 free throws.
He's going to shoot 2.
13. That's
Well, like we said, this gym has got a great tradition in Kansas City. There have been a lot of great players here. Numerous Final Fours, state championships. And this team is in position to carry on that tradition a little bit. And they're getting better. They continue to get better.
1 free throw left for Angelo Gray. 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 13-point lead for the Knights. Pius, one final chance here. 3 from the corner, too strong. Fisher inside, and out just before the buzzer. Or are they going to call it? And they're going to call it. They were to give him free throws. Coach for St. Pius said, ball game, and that'll do it. 65-52 the final here tonight. What a performance from Barstow all around. The two teams meet in the middle. Barstow moves to 5-11 on the season. St. Pius 2-16. 65-52 the final. We'll be right back to finish up here on 38 The Spot.
That stays tied to the community it serves? That's bold. For over 90 years, Security Bank has served the greater Kansas City area. That's longer than most of the barbecue joints around. What's our secret sauce? It's our commitment to local lending and local decisions, championing what makes Kansas City great. Because Kansas City is full of champions. Speaking of which, we've been recognized as the strongest large bank in KC. Security Bank of Kansas City, boldly local.
I'm attorney Mike DePasquale. If you've been injured in a car wreck, you don't deserve the medical bills, you don't deserve the lost wages, and you don't deserve to be treated like a nobody. You deserve better. You deserve someone in your corner. At my firm, all we do is injury law. We've recovered over $1 billion for people just like you. We're here to make sure you get what you deserve. If you've been hurt, call me. I've got this.
The DM Injury Law Game of the Week on 38 The Spot is brought to you by DM Injury Law. You Move Me. Your Kansas City area Toyota dealers. Compass Financial Resources. Athletic Solutions. And Cruise Elite Basketball Academy.
Back here inside the Barstow School, Tanner Collins, Rick Zeke, 65-52 the final here tonight. Let's take a look at our player of the game, brought to you by Cruise Elite Basketball Academy. And it was Dallas Collins. Rick, he did it all tonight. 10 points, 2 rebounds, couple steals.
He absolutely controlled the game. Defensive pressure, steals, offensive. He set the tempo, finished at the rim, kicked the ball out. Coach puts a lot of the decision-making in his hand. He's a tough kid. I mean, I don't think there's anybody else we can talk about right now other than Dallas Collins.
Player of the game is brought to you by Cruise Elite Basketball Academy. Dallas Collins put on a show tonight, and Barstow did everything right. And they take it 65-52. And pick up their 5th win on the season. For our producer, Sean Belden, Rick Zeke, my name's Tanner Collins, signing off from 38 The Spot. We'll talk to you next time.
I'm Mike DePasquale, Kansas City's lawyer, the city of champions. KC is a place where values still matter and honesty is a way of life. When you're injured, you want a lawyer who knows this city and a team that knows how to win. If you've been injured, call me. I've got this.
Dear Winter, our squad of vehicles with all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive is ready. Bundle up. Toyota. Let's go places.
So, you want to be the best? The best commit to showing up before dawn. Shields.